I don't know, but it seemed like the bar has been moved on this whole brick lady story. So the police then came. There's a police report and there's a hospital report, and the hospital report says that she got hit with some trauma and she had blood out her ears. And the police in Houston said they're looking for a suspect. Okay, but that was not the bar. No one was talking about she was lying. So these simps and these black women, they have moved the bar to, we don't want to talk about why should black men have to protect a woman they don't know. We want to talk about everyone was saying she was lying. Wait a minute, but that still, see, they don't want to talk about the real conversation. There was only a few people out here saying they was lying, that she was lying. You had stories coming from everywhere. You had a Somalian guy who made up a story. You had some nurse talk about it was saline. You had all of these lies going on. But the majority of black men, they didn't say she was lying. If you listen to what the majority of black men was saying, the majority of black men was saying that she didn't deserve to get hit with a brick. But they was also saying it's not my job to protect her. That's what they were saying. But we have moved the bar. So you got a bunch of simps and you got a bunch of black women doing lives talking about, this proves that she wasn't lying. This proves that y'all just don't. Okay, fine. But you're still not addressing the question. Why should black men have to protect women they don't know? That was the question. No one was questioning her lying. Only a few people. There was a few people in the minority questioning whether the woman was lying. The majority of black men was saying she did not deserve whatever she didn't call for her to get hit with a brick. So the majority of black men was giving you the fact that she was hit with a brick. They was giving you that fact. But they were saying, why should I have to protect a woman that I don't know? That's what they were saying. But we're not answering that question. We'd have moved on from that question. We're now talking about was she lying or was she not lying? So black women and simps don't want to answer that question. They don't want to answer that question. Why should a black man have to protect a black woman he doesn't know? They don't want to answer that question. And the fact that this brother in the back of me in May of this year lost his life at Walmart trying to protect a black woman. And you can see this happened in May. No, I'm gonna show you. This happened in May. This man behind me, this brother behind me was a hero. He lost his life protecting a black woman. As you see in the picture, he had a baby. He has a fiance. And since May, he has only raised $22,000. How much did Brick Baby make in one day? Brick Baby in a couple of days was donated $40,000. So again, ask the question, why should I protect a woman that I don't know and possibly lose my life? And we count back, we're in September, August, June, July, May. 5 months, you only raised $22,000. $22,000. And in 3 days, y'all raised $40,000 for Brick Lady. But this man who in Walmart, against the better judgment of his girlfriend, went to help a sister in trouble and was gunned down and only got $22,000. $22,000 in 5 months. So black women, put your money where your mouth is. Because I didn't have, when this first came out, I had plenty of black women coming on here. I would support a black man who loses his life trying to protect another black woman. Well, here's your chance. Here's your chance. The GoFundMe's right there. Here's your chance. $22,000 in 5 months. His child has lost their father. His fiance lost her husband. What did Brick Lady lose? What did Brick Lady lose to deserve $40,000? Some pride? And Brick Lady, after being hit with a brick, immediately goes to social media and then immediately put up a GoFundMe. Immediately put up a GoFundMe. Immediately. Went to social media, found a bunch of black men and shamed them. Then she went to the hospital. While she was sat there in the hospital, put up a GoFundMe. And y'all gave her $40,000. And here's a brother who seen a sister being attacked by a black man, who decided he was going to intervene on her behalf, protect the black woman. He got gunned down by the assailant. And y'all only gave him $22,000. So y'all expect the rest of us to give our lives for y'all, to give up our families, to give up our families for a random black woman, for y'all just to give them $22,000 in 5 months. But a woman who claims she got attacked, y'all give her $40,000 in 3 days? Come on, black women. Come on, simps. Answer that question. Where are all the black women? Where are all the simps? Jump in the box. Let's talk about it. Jump in the box. Let's talk about it. And then another thing is going on. Y'all saying, well, all of these black men ran to her TikTok. Ran to her TikTok. And they found the video. And this is why they don't want to protect her. Well, when Stephen Clark got killed by the police, y'all ran to his Twitter account. And y'all found he made some disparaging marks against black women, and you decided you didn't want to protect him no more. So what's the difference? So when Stephen Clark says some unfavorable stuff to black women on his Twitter account, black women said, I'm not going to protect him no more. He got what he deserved. He's a sellout. Let his Asian loving community protect him. So why would you think that black men or men in general would want to protect a woman who goes around slapping men and then twerking and then has a video claiming that women are the protectors of the world? And then talks about she wants to find her a black woman to kiss. Starts shaking her ass and says, remember women, before there was feminism, there was lesbianism, and we didn't care about no N-words. So why would you want men? Why do you think men would want to protect her? Why would men want to protect her after she said that? Why didn't she go find a group of women and say all of these bees didn't protect me? Because she said in her video that women was the protectors of the world. So why didn't she find a bunch of women and say all of these bees didn't protect me? She said she didn't need no N-words. That's what she said. She said, I didn't need no N-words. So why when she got hit with a brick, all of a sudden she needs N-words? That don't make sense. Stand on your philosophy. Like all of y'all who run around saying F the police and all of that stuff. When someone breaks in your house, stand on your philosophy. Don't call the police. Common sense. I mean, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on in the world, man. If you say something, stand on it. Say something, stand on it. If you're not going to stand on it, don't say it. Don't say it. You can't run around here saying F the police and then when you get in trouble, call the police. You can't run around here saying F black men, F N-words. We was doing our own thing. And then when you get hit in the head with a brick, think black men are going to protect you. That don't make no sense. And then black women. You can't expect black men to protect this woman when you did the same thing to Stephen Clark. And then you only gave this brother $22,000 in 5 months. Come on, black women. Where are all the simps and where are all the black women who defend this shit? Step in the box. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation because y'all are moving the bar. You're moving the bar. And you know I'm going to call you out on it. And you know you're wrong for moving the bar. You know you're wrong for moving the bar, but you don't want to be called out on it. Y'all want to hide behind your platforms where if someone gets in there and they disagree with what you're saying, you can kick them off. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to have your little feminist platforms where the simps and all the angry black women get together, and then when someone comes in there and challenges your logic, Your moderators, kick them out or you kick them off the live. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let you have your time to talk. Just come on in the box. Come on in the box. Come on in the box. And if you don't know, if you ain't one, go get one of them and tell them to come in the box. The box is open. Let's have this conversation. The box is open. I don't see too many of them coming in the box because they don't feel safe. You know why they don't want to come in the box? They don't feel safe because they know they don't got that type of control over here. They can't kick someone off who doesn't agree with them. They can't get mad and they don't got the pom-poms cheering from each other. Come in the box. Let's have the conversation. Come in the box. Explain to us why a black man who lost his life protecting a black woman can only raise $22,000, and a black woman who got hit with a brick immediately goes to social media, immediately opens a GoFundMe, raises $40,000. Come on in the box, black women and simps. Come in the box, black women and simps. And this woman has a history of saying people putting paws on her. Has a history of people putting paws on her and going and starting GoFundMes. Come on in the box, y'all. I don't see none of y'all black women and simps in the box. Where y'all at? I mean, where they at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Come in the box. Come in the box. So basically, y'all agree with a black man leaving his family. Leaving his family. See, this brother got his son. His son in the picture. His son is in the picture. He gave up his son. He gave up a black woman. Now a black woman is really unprotected. The black woman he should have been protected, he left unprotected. The black child he should have been protected is now unprotected because he gave his life for a stranger. Y'all don't want to come in the box and talk about it because you know you're wrong. You know you wrong. And the fact that y'all only gave him $22,000, black women and simps and women all over the world. If a man gives up his life for another woman, for a woman he doesn't know, you're supposed to make that family a millionaire. His family's supposed to be a millionaire. His GoFundMe should have been at $1 million on the first day. The first day. Oh, I know what excuse we're going to use. Why should black men fundraise for him? Why should black men fundraise for him? He wasn't protecting another black man. Why should I donate? He wasn't protecting another black. He was protecting black women. You the ones who talk. See, here they come. Here they come. Did you give? Wait a minute, black women. Wait a minute, baby. You said no black men. You said black men wasn't protecting black women. So here's a black man who protected a black woman, and why ain't you giving? It ain't my job to support the WNBA. It's your job to support the WNBA. I ain't supposed to. I don't want to see them play. They women. Women power. Remember why you want me to support the WNBA? You go support the damn WNBA. That ain't my damn job. That's your job as women. You support women. You the ones who said that black men wasn't protecting you. You said black men wasn't protecting you. So when a black man lost his life protecting you, why didn't you show him some love? Why didn't you show him some love? Why didn't y'all show him some love? I didn't show him no love. Hey, what the fuck you? $22,000, you can make that in a half a year. $22,000, you can make that in a half a year. So basically, he left his family protecting a black woman for them to get half his salary. So now if we look at the poverty rates, black women and children are the number one people in poverty. And the way you get out of poverty is having a husband. So this was a man that was going to take a black woman out of poverty, was going to raise his son, who gave his life for protecting a black woman, and black women can't even reward him. Black women can't even reward him. Black women can't even reward him. And now they wanna say, how much did I donate? What the hell would I don't? How much did y'all donate? To everyone who donated to Brick Lady, y'all should have donated to brother. DD, I'll punch you in your face if I seen you in person if you say something about my mama. My mama's dead. I will sock you in your face and you will need a black man to protect you. If you come to me and say something about my mama, I will sock you in your face and you will need a black man to protect you. So you better watch your mouth. See, that's the problem with some of y'all black women. Y'all don't know how to watch your mouth. And then when you get in that water with that black man, because you done said something hot, now you want someone to come protect you. You done said something greasy, now you want someone to come protect you. Watch your mouth. Why'd you say it? Why'd you say it? Why'd you say something that you shouldn't have said? Right? If you want to talk about me, talk about me. Why you want to talk about my mama? You don't know my mama. See? You don't know my mama. Why you want to talk about my mama? Because you don't agree with what I'm saying. Hop in the box. Hop in the box. Hop in the box. Because y'all don't want to hop in the box, because the women who agree with this and the simps who agree with this, y'all know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. No black man, no man, no, I'm going to go even farther. No person is obligated to protect anyone they don't know. Man, woman, black, white, Asian, Hispanic. You're not obligated to protect anybody you don't know. So why do you think that I should give up my life for someone I don't know? I don't know why they was fighting in Walmart. He could have said something about that man. She could have said something about his mama. She could have stole his money. Here I come. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Hey, brother. Don't do that, brother. And then I get shot. Now I leave my kids, my wife, my mama, my daddy, my brothers, my sisters, my grandmother, my grandfather, my cousin, my auntie, my uncles, my friends. And all I get is $22,000 when I make $22,000 in 3 months. The fuck? That's all I get. That's all my family gets is $22,000. They make that in 3 months. I made that in 3 months. So basically now, trying to be Billy Badass, trying to be a hero, I done left my family unprotected. My family's unprotected now. Who gonna protect my family now? Who, huh? Who gonna protect my family, huh? No one's gonna protect my family because I'm dead. And all the black women who run around here, black men need to protect black women. They ain't gonna give me no money. They ain't gonna give my family no money. They ain't gonna come raise my son. They ain't gonna come raise my son. They ain't gonna do that, sir. They ain't gonna do that. So y'all need to stop it. Stop it. Either y'all need to stop it, sir. Y'all need to stop it. Because y'all know damn well you're just running off at the mouth. And half of y'all running off at the mouth. You don't want your son. You don't want your daddy. You don't want your uncles. You don't want your brothers. You don't want your cousins. You don't want your husbands and your boyfriends protecting a black woman they don't know. You don't. Y'all just running off at the mouth. You don't want no one in your family to give their life for a black woman they don't know. But you just running off at the mouth, and all you simps running off at the mouth, you ain't gonna protect nobody. You ain't gonna protect nobody. You protect the black woman. I tell you what you do, all of you simps. Just drive downtown. There's a whole bunch of black women walking up the streets because they being gorilla pimped. Start there. Start right there. Protect them women. Protect them women. Start right there. There's a whole bunch of black women walking up the streets being gorilla pimped. Get out, go find a pimp and go beat him up. Why you talking? Y'all just talking. And y'all know y'all just talking. Y'all just want views. I'm gonna go live on TikTok. I'm gonna make a whole story about this stuff. Y'all just talking. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna protect nobody. Most of y'all ain't gonna protect nobody. You're gonna turn your head. You ain't gonna do nothing. protect a black woman. See, I think it's wrong with black men, blah, blah, blah. You ain't gonna protect nobody. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You ain't gonna fight nobody. You ain't gonna protect nobody. You just running off at the mouth, pandering, hoping you can get you some draws. That's all you doing. You sitting on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, pandering, hoping that one of these simps, one of these ladies jump in your inbox and you can get you some draws. That's all you doing. Who the hell I want some draws from? Some dudes? Who do I want some draws from? That's all you doing. That's all y'all do when y'all get up here and pander to these women. You hoping to get you some draws. That's it. I'm gonna check who Instagram me, who emailed me and said who emailed me. I'm gonna give me some draws. Man, shut up, dude. You were lame. You the same dudes who be on Instagram flying out Instagram models, and then if they don't give you no cat, you talk about you gonna cancel your flight. You a lame, man. Shut your lame asses up, man. Y'all lame. I ain't flying no girl out. Who the hell flies women out? The time you flew that woman out, you could just walk downtown and buy you a lady of the night. Shit, just go buy you one. Shit. You gonna fly some lady out from you way in LA, you flying ladies out from North Carolina and New York. You a lame, man. You lame. That's some lame shit. Then you want to make a TikTok video. I flew her out and she didn't give me no cat. She didn't give me no cat. You lame, partner. All the women in your city, you gotta fly somebody out. You lame. You falling in love with OnlyFans model. Be quiet, lame. You a simp. You a lame, man. You lame about that stuff, man. You ain't got enough game to go find a girl somewhere in your state. Goddamn. All these dating sites, you can't find you a girl. You gotta fly somebody out. That's lame, boy. That's some lame stuff, man. That's lame. Lame as hell. I know women don't like it because I'm throwing a monkey wrench in that game. That's lame, boy. Women out here, man, he throwing a monkey wrench. I want to get flown out and someone wine and dine me, and then I want a sugar daddy, but I don't want no sugar. I ain't flying out no boy. I don't give a damn how good she look. I ain't flying out no woman. Shit, that's lame. That's lame boy behavior. That's lame boy behavior. But hey, man, this is the generation that tries to make 403s into housewives. I mean, you have Kanye, you had Wiz Khalifa, you had Zion Williams. I mean, this is the generation that tries to make 403s into housewives. Hey, this is that generation. That's all I'm saying. It is that generation. You know I'm on TikTok sweating. Why you on TikTok watching me sweat? You lame, Rob. I never talk about another man sweating. Man, something wrong with this generation, man. Y'all lame, man. Lame as lame. Shit, you wish. Then why are you here? Go. Brother was killed trying to protect a woman in Walmart. For y'all didn't know, this brother was killed trying to protect a black woman in Walmart, and the woman he was trying to protect, her boyfriend shot and killed him. And black women and simps only gave him $22,000. And this happened in May. This happened in May. I know I'm suspected of being a man. That's what I am. You right, I am suspected of being a man. That's right, boy. Yeah, shit. And I gave him 0. I ain't gonna give him nothing. I don't agree with it. I ain't gonna give him nothing. I don't agree with what he did. I think he should have protected his family. Now, his little boy is now unprotected. Who gonna raise his little boy? I don't agree with what he did. I'm not gonna protect. See, what y'all don't understand, I don't know what the hell you did to that person to make that person want to smack you. Oh, and then I get involved. You might have stole some drug money. And he might be part of the cartel. Now I got involved. Now my whole family's gonna get blasted Why? Because I made a stupid decision. I should have minded my own business. Should have minded my own business. It didn't have nothing to do with me. When I seen you got smacked, I should have turned and went the other way. And then when I got to safety, I would have called the police. Or in Walmart, that's what they got security guards for. You getting smacked, I go tell the security guards, hey, you might want to go back to aisle 10. Someone got smacked back there. Had nothing to do with me. Had nothing to do with me. Shit. Had nothing to do with me. Shit. I ain't about to jump in that stuff. It had nothing to do with me. I don't know why he smacked her. I don't know why he smacked her. And I ain't about to find out. Yeah, and I know what y'all gonna say. What if your daughter gets smacked? Well, go call the damn police. Do her that favor. Call the police. Shit. Call the police. Rob, get off the damn mic, Rob. You lame, boy. You lame. You flying girls out, Rob. You flying out. You finding out what you think is girl. You flying out girls with 3 legs, Rob. Calm it down. Rob like girls that are called tripods. But he won't talk about me. Rob's girls stand like tripods. Shut up, Rob. Well, okay. Rob, you like women with tripods. Okay, now shut up. Okay, so this is the question you have to ask yourself. Do you want your brother? Do you want your father? Do you want your son? Do you want your cousins? Do you want your male friends to lose their life trying to protect another woman they don't know? Most of you don't. Most of you don't. Most of you don't want your son to get red rummed trying to protect someone they don't know. But you want someone you don't know. Someone you don't know, because you don't have to deal with that pain. You don't have to deal with the pain because you don't know them. You could give a few dollars. You could give a few dollars and you feel happy. But now his son or his daughter has to grow up without a father. His wife doesn't have a husband. His mother don't have a son. His dad don't have a son. His brothers and sisters don't have a brother. His cousins lost their cousin. Their grandmother lost their grandson. The grandfather lost his grandson. You don't have to deal with the pain. That's why y'all saying it. You don't want to deal with the pain. Because there's pain that comes with death. And kids who lose their parents at a young age, they have lots of trauma. And you're not going to be there to help them with the trauma. So yeah, that's why you telling black men to lose their life and be a crash dummy. Be a crash dummy. Because your family's going to be all right. Because you're not going to be there. What about my family? What about my family? You're not going to raise my family. And you know what? And I guarantee you this. The woman that he stepped in to help, she's probably putting money on that dude's book. She's probably putting money on that dude's book. She's going and seeing that dude every day. Every day. So you gave your life for what? Sometimes you got to stay out of stuff, because when these women get into these fights with these men, they be right back together. They be right back together. And like I said on my last video about this, if someone hits you or assaults you in public, that ain't their first time hitting you or assaulting you. That's not. If a man feels comfortable enough to commit domestic violence in public, he has already committed domestic violence in private. This ain't the first time he hit her. But she wants to make, oh, I'm shocked he hit me. No, you not. He hit you before. Hit you last week. And now you expect me to get involved and expect me to fight for him. You had plenty of chances to get away from that man. You should have got a restraining order. I mean, you had plenty of chances, but you don't get away from him. You play the victim. And now some man has lost his life. It happens all the time. Look at the football player. What's the football player's? Randolph? What was the football player's name who had to kill his girlfriend's brother because the girlfriend told her brother he jumped on him. He jumped on her. So now the brother goes over there and wants to talk and tries to put paws on him. So he said, oh, okay, you want to put paws on me? I got a little something for you. They went over there pump faking. They went over there pump faking, showing their guns. He ran in the house, got his gun and let it off. Now one of them's paralyzed, one of them's dead, all over a lie. All over a lie, because this was a married woman. This was a married woman. A married woman mad that her side piece wanted to move down. So this is a married woman who tells her brothers that, hey, this guy jumped on me. Her brothers go over there, try to put paws on him, pump faking with their guns. He wasn't pump faking. He told him, man, you put paws on me, it ain't going to end well for you. It ain't going to end well for you if you put paws on me. And it didn't end well for him. He said he was like Ice Cube. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. That was his whole motto. He was like Ice Cube. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. That was his whole motto. And that's the problem in the community. Black men are not stupid. Black men know there are certain black women that do need protecting. But there's a lot of scandalous black women out here that do stuff like she did, like the brick lady did. And because of these scandalous black women, black men don't want to protect you. Black men don't want to protect you. Because black women, instead of coming after black men, you should come after those scandalous black women. You got Sukihana twerking on a 10-year-old kid. You got Sukihana twerking on a 10-year-old kid, but where are the black women to say, hey, no, that don't go. A 10-year-old boy? But if R. Kelly would have had a 10-year-old girl and he was freak dancing on her, y'all would have been all up in hell, all up in uproar. You'd have been an uproar. But here's Sukihana twerking on a 10-year-old boy. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where's the uproar? Where's black women saying you got to be canceled? We can't do this no more. You done gone too far. You done crossed the line. That's a 10-year-old boy. But I don't see that. See, black women, you are hypocrite. It's hypocrisy. It's cool when one of y'all do it. It's a problem when we do it. If it's a problem no matter who does it. So if R. Kelly would have went to a high school, if Chris Brown would have went to a high school, and they was freak dancing with high school girls, everyone would have been an uproar. But a female rapper, can go to a high school and twerk. And no one says nothing. Oh, they just high school boys. Well, they just high school girls. So if some dumbass grown man wants to go there and freak dance, that's on him. Right. Wait a minute. But what about Sukihana twerking on a 10-year-old boy? How much are y'all going to let this woman get away with? What did this woman got to do before black women stand up against her? What are y'all going to do before black women stand up against this woman and say, nah, this is not, we're not going to do this no more. We not doing this no more. You're not representing our image no more. Shut down. What y'all gonna do? Because when I got up here and talked about Sukihana, I got attacked by black women. A whole group of black women attacked me. Well, you too old to be talking about Sukihana. Why are you talking about her? You shouldn't be talking about her. She's just getting her money. Let her get her money. She ain't doing nothing wrong. She's just getting her money. What? That whole group of black women. You can go see the live. I still got the live on my page. You can go watch the live. You can see all the black women who attacked me, who told me they started attacking me personally. Oh, that's why you got wrinkles in your forehead. That's you 60 years old. They started attacking me from every angle. Why? Why they started attacking me from every angle? Because they didn't like what I was saying. You didn't like what I was saying. You knew what I was saying was true. So you was like, well, what he's saying is kind of true. But forget him. He can't attack our sister. And your sister is steadily destroying black women, steadily destroying the black community. Steadily doing this, and y'all don't want to stand up for yourselves. This is a woman. This woman that got hit with a brick, she is doing blackface. Black women should be the maddest at this woman, because this woman is from Somalia. This woman came from Somalia. The way she is acting, they don't act like that in Somalia. They don't act like that in Somalia. So she is doing the equivalent of blackface. This is the equivalent of a white person putting blackface on their face. Because what she's doing is she is imitating her image of the black woman. So when you see her rolling her neck, hey, we the ones, we the twos, hey, and she start twerking her butt, yeah, that's what she thinks of black women. That's what y'all don't understand. That's what she thinks of black women. So she doesn't hold y'all in the high esteem. See, she doesn't think about, when she thinks of black women, she doesn't think about Michelle Obama. She doesn't think about the damn, what the fuck? She doesn't think of, god damn, what the hell? I can't think of y'all no more. What are y'all, god? She doesn't think about the black women who are held in high standards. The Louis Farrakhan's wives, Coretta Scott Kings, the Lauryn Hills, the Jill Scotts. She doesn't think about them. She thinks about the Cardi B's, the Nicki Minaj's, the Spice Ices, the Sukianas, the Silky Reds, the Gold Gorillas. That's what she thinks is black women. That's what she thinks is black women. So that's why she acts like that. That's why she acts like that, because that's what she thinks of black women, and y'all don't realize you're being mocked. She is mocking you. But then y'all want to stand up for yourself. She's mocking you. That's what she thinks of you. She doesn't see you as someone eloquent. She doesn't see you as someone who goes to school and tries to better themselves. She sees you as ghetto, wretched hood rats. That's all she sees. And that's what she imitates. That's what she imitates. That's what she betrays. Black women, you should be mad at her. Like, wait a minute. Why are you acting? Who are you trying to imitate? Who are you trying to be like? Who acts like that? But black women, that's not cap. You know it's true. The box is open. Simps and black women, come in the box. The box is open. Let's have a conversation. I ain't seen one simp and I ain't seen one black woman drop in that box yet. I've been on here a while. Ain't nothing. Why they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Because you know I'm telling you the truth. You know I'm telling you the truth. Amber Rose is mocking you. Kim Kardashian is mocking you. All of these women are mocking you. And y'all don't say nothing. Cardi B is mocking you. Cardi B isn't one of you. She's mocking you. This is how black women act, so I'ma act like this. Cardi B, Amber Rose is not mixed. Stop that BS. Cardi B is like all the rest of the Dominicans. Me no black, me no black, me no black, me Dominican, me no black. Amber Rose's parents are white, Jay. Hop off the live. Hop off the live. Hop off the live, Jay. Amber Rose's parents are black. are not white. Are white. They're not black. Neither one of her parents are black. She goes out and gets a tan, and then she makes her body look like black women. She makes her body look like black women. Most black women, you don't know the story of Sarah Baartman. All of you young black women, you don't know the story of Sarah Baartman. And it's funny, with all of this history, why isn't Sarah Baartman, why isn't her name brought up? Why don't they bring up Sarah Baartman's name? Why do they talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all the towns that got Lake Erie and Emmett Till, but we never talk about Sarah Baartman? But tonight we're going to talk about Sarah Baartman, black women. We're going to talk about Sarah Baartman. Sarah Baartman was born in South Africa. Sarah Baartman had a shape. You know how beautiful the black woman's shape is, and how they made you feel like you was inferior because you had curves and you had a nice derriere and you had a nice front. Well, they took Sarah Baartman and they paraded her around Europe. Paraded her around Europe like she was a circus show because she had a body on her. She had a body on her. And the reason why the white women in Europe, they wear those big dresses with the hoops, because they was trying to imitate Sarah Baartman. Y'all didn't know that, did you? How many of you knew that? They was trying to imitate Sarah Baartman because of her body. And the white men she was enslaved to love to have relationships with Sarah Baartman. They love to have relationships with Sarah Baartman. They love to show Sarah Baartman off as she was some type of circus animal. She was some type of circus animal to them, that all the white people in Europe would come and they would throw popcorn and they would admire her big butt, her big thighs, her big breast. And she died a sad death. She died a sad death. They won't even give the body back to say the body, her bones are still in their museum. South Africa has asked Europe to give the body back. They won't give the body back because in her death, they still mock her. In her death, they still mock her. They mock Sarah Baartman. And you mock Sarah Baartman in the way you act. The way you act, you mock her too. If you don't know about Sarah Baartman, go find out about her. Go learn about her. Maybe that'll make you put some clothes on. Maybe that'll make you act a little bit better than what you act. Maybe you will stop twerking in the middle of the street. Maybe you will. Maybe you will say, damn, this is what they want me to do. This is what they want the black woman to do. Because they in love with your shape. They in love with your lips. They in love with the way your hips. They in love with your thighs. They in love with your breast. And when they can't get it, they'll go out and get a doctor. And they'll go in and they'll bring a picture of a black woman and say, make me look like her. So they'll get collagen in their lips. They'll get some silicone in their breast. They'll get a shot in their butt. They'll even get some thigh meat. And they'll walk out like you. And then they'll start acting like you. How they perceive you to act. How they perceive you to act, that's how they'll act. So now every show you see, no you didn't. And I look at the show, who the hell acts like that? I have never met no one in my life who has did some shit like this. I have never, in my whole life of living, I have never seen a black woman do this shit in person. I have never seen a black woman do that shit in person. I have never seen a black woman do this shit in person. Where did y'all get this shit from? I have never seen a black woman do that. I have never seen a black woman act like she had no neck. I have never seen a black woman. Where have y'all got this shit from? These mammies that y'all get, that y'all love to get, and that's a man imitating a black woman, correct? That's a man imitating a black woman. That should tell y'all what y'all should think of Morton, because that's his perception of black women. That y'all should be mad at Morton. That's his perception of black women. The way when you see a man portray a woman, he is telling you what he thinks of women. So when you see all these, whatever we want to call them, who used to be men, who they're telling you what they think of women. This is how they perceive women. This is how they perceive them. This is how they perceive women. All of these men who dress up like women, they telling you what they think of women. Tyler Perry. I have never seen a grandma act like Madea. So to be strong as a black grandma, you have to be an idiot. You have to be a gun-toting idiot to be strong as a black grandma. My grandmother was strong. She wasn't a gun-toting idiot. She didn't have to run around bouncing her chest up, acting like she wanted to fight with every man. She didn't do that. She was a strong black woman. She rarely raised her voice. But we understood when she said do something, she wanted it done. She didn't have to raise her voice. Because if she told you to do something and you didn't do it, you was about to get that butt hit. That was it. That's it. So all of these people, they take the worst part of black America and they send it all around the world. And this is the image that they get of black people. So when they encounter black people and you wonder why they treat you like they treat you, it's because of the images that have been sent out around the world of black people. That's because the images, that's not what Tyler Perry seen. Tyler Perry, he takes the worst scenarios of black people. The incest, the AIDS, the drugs, the cheating, and then he made a movie because who likes Tyler Perry? Who likes Tyler Perry? Who likes Tyler Perry? Who mostly watches Tyler Perry? White people. So when he took all the negative parts of black people and made them into a movie, white people love that shit. They love that. They love that stuff because you can't put a positive black family on TV. They don't want positive black families on TV. What did they do with Good Times? They made JJ, the court jester. If you see every positive black show outside of the Cosbys, they had a court jester that made a black man look dumb as hell. Look at Family Matters, Steve Urkel. Look at the Wayne Show. What was the Wayne Show with him and Tisha Campbell? The son was an idiot. The son was an idiot. All the shows of black families, someone got to be an idiot. Because they can't put, outside of the Cosby Show, where Theo, he wasn't an idiot. He did some dumb stuff, but he was a strong black man. He wasn't doing dumb stuff like the rest of them. Cleveland Show was his son. Every show of a black family, you have to have the idiot. They won't let you allow all the members to be strong. One of them has to be a buffoon. One of them got to play the suck it and jive it role. One of them got to play the step and fetch it role. One of them got to be the clown. It was George. George was the clown. How many numbers did Rock actually do? How many numbers did Rock actually do? Who actually watched Rock? Rock was specifically a black show. No one outside black people watched Rock. No one. No one outside black people watched Rock because nobody outside black people watched Rock. Nobody. And they couldn't wait to take it off because Rock was too positive. Black people watched Rock. Rock was specifically for black people. Look at Living Single. Oberman was the idiot. You had Oberman. Every black show has to have an idiot. Every black show to be successful has to have an idiot on it. He probably wasn't born. It came out in the 90s. That's when they was just pouring out. The Wayans brothers was the idiots. The Wayans brothers was the idiots. They was all the idiots. There always have to be, yeah, Overton. There always have to be that one idiot. There always have to be an idiot on the show. There can't be positive black people. It can't be a whole show about positive black people. They don't want to promote that image. They don't want to promote that image. Every show you name, you're going to find someone who is an idiot. Right, that's all they're going to allow. Mr. Roger. It was Roger, Sarah. They just said it, Roger. Right. Roger. Like The Cosby Show. The Cosby Show was the greatest show that black people ever had. Hands down. The Cosby Show was the greatest show that black people ever had. The Cosby Show was the greatest show that we ever had because the way that it portrayed black people. It didn't keep portraying the old stereotype drug dealers, pimps, and hoes. It portrayed us in a regular light. Showed that we was regular people. We're humans. We can live just like y'all can live. All of us are not thugs. All of us are not gangsters. All of us are not ratchet hoes. All of us are not like that. They had problems. They did stuff. But it showed that they didn't like that show because it showed black people as humans. It didn't show black people in the image that they wanted to show us. It showed us as humans. And everybody on that show was positive. Everybody on that show was positive. Everybody. It even showed that we get along with white people. It had white people on the show. It was a positive show. And now they want to take it off because they say Bill Cosby's a rapist. But wait a minute. The 70s show, go look at the 70s show. The 70s show is still on. And that man was a rapist. He's in prison. But why don't you take the 70s show off? Why are you going to take off the Cosby Show? Why are we taking off the Cosby Show? We don't want future generations to know anything positive. They don't want future generations, so they trying to kill everything that could reach future generations of black kids and show that you can be something different than a rapper, a thug, a 403. So they don't want those shows on no more. Those type of shows they take off. They gave you a whole channel called Tubi. And you can see every ghetto ass ratchet movie you want to see on Tubi. What is it called? Tubi, whatever that crap is called. Every ratchet ghetto ass movie you can see on Tubi. Whatever the hell it's at. You can see every ratchet movie you want to see on that crap. Why? And it's free. It's free. It's free. So it's another way to spread ratchet movies. They got some good movies on there. They got some actual real movies on there. But if you go through the black section and you see all of these ratchet ass movies, it's like, goddamn, how many ratchet ass movies are being made out here? All of these ratchet ass movies. Right. Netflix. Go to Netflix. It got a Black Lives Matter section. And it got a whole bunch of ratchet black movies in that section. It got a whole bunch of ratchet black movies in the Black Lives Matter section. So what are you saying to us? Why is Minister Society in the Black Lives Matter section? That should be in the gangster section. What the hell does Minister Society have to do with Black Lives Matter? That should be in the gangster section. And I'm not saying you shouldn't watch it. It's just something that shouldn't be. BET. Right, it's slave movies. It's slave movies and ratchet movies. Slave movies and hood movies. That's the only type of movies we got. Slave movies and hood movies. Every month a slave movie come out and a hood movie come out. So they want us to say slaves to the hood. That's basically what they're saying. They want us to say slaves to the hood. That's it. Slaves to the hood. They don't want us to educate our minds. They want us to stay victims. Because that's why they make a bunch of victimhood documentaries. They make a bunch of victimhood documentaries because they want us to be victims. They create a bunch of victimhood podcasts who always blame the white man. A bunch of black people get on TikTok and blame the white man. And now they on TikTok trying to fight with everyone in the goddamn diaspora. Because one African, because one Haitian, because one somebody from the Caribbean, because someone from the Jamaica said something about black people in America. Now all of them are bad. All of them are bad. We can't trust people from Africa. Africa is a big ass continent with over a billion people on it. But because a few of them came over here from Africa and they didn't like you, now you're mad at a billion people. You're mad at a whole billion people because a few of them who came over here, they didn't want to be around black people. Now you want to fight with a billion people. Jamaica is an island with 100 to 200, 500,000 people on it. 500,000 people who love black people. Love black people. Love black people to death in America. But because some Jamaicans came over here and said something against black people, now we hate Jamaica. Haiti is going through its own problem. Haiti haven't got time to even think about you. Haiti has their own problems. Haiti is not even thinking about you. But yet the Haitians hate us. The Haitians hate us. The Caribbeans hate us. And I don't even understand this. All of these people hate you so much. The Dominicans hate you. The Jamaicans hate you. The Caribbeans hate you. But you take your happy ass over there to go vacation. I don't understand it. Why y'all keep taking your happy asses over there to go vacate? If all of these people hate you, why do you keep going over there giving them your money for their economy? Y'all quit to go to the Dominica because you like the beaches. You're quick to go to Jamaica because you like the beaches. You're quick to go to the Caribbeans because you like the beaches. But then you'll come back to America and you'll say, we got to be ADOS. We got to be FBA. But you just came from Dominica. You just came from Jamaica. You just came from the Caribbeans. How much of a hypocrite are you? How much of a hypocrite are you to you go over there and put your money into their economy, but then you come back and I'm FBA. Well, the money you put into their economy, you could have put that money into the FBA economy, the ADOS economy. But you're quick to, I'm going on vacation. Where you going? I'm going to the Dominica. I thought you said the Dominicans didn't like us. I'm just going for a vacation, brother. Tariq Nasheed, who started the FBA, when he started the FBA, you know whose soil he was on? He was in the Dominicas. When he announced the FBA, he was in the Dominica. He was in the Dominican Republic. So when he told you that he's going to start this organization about the FBA, he was in the damn Dominican Republic. Go look it up. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up. Go look it up. This man started a group on foreign soil. And half of y'all running around here talking about you FBA. You FBA. I'm fundamental black American. Fundamental black American? That's what FBA stands for. Fundamental black American. And people will ask you on TikTok, are you FBA? Am I what? Are you FBA? What is your lineage in? And then it gets weird. Stay with me. It gets weirder. The only book we was given in slavery was the Holy Bible. The only book we was allowed to be given in slavery was the Bible. And you got a bunch of idiots believing that the slave master would give you a book who told you who you was. So the slave master gave you a book and told you a book that told you who you was. The only book he allowed us to read in slavery was the Bible. So in that book he allowed us to read, it told us who we was. So we're Israelites. And you got a whole group of people running around here saying that we're Israelites. And it gets crazier because, and it don't even make sense. Y'all see how contradictory this shit is? They say they FBA, but then they want to say the Puerto Ricans, they want to say the Dominicans, they want to say the Jamaicans, the Haitians, and those in the Caribbeans are all part of the tribe of Israelite, of the Israelite tribe. You see what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? They want to say we're Israelites and we got to worry about the blacks in America. But the Jamaicans, the Caribbeans, the Haitians, the Puerto Ricans, the Brazilians, the Caribbeans are all part of the tribes of Judah. What? I was talking to one of these idiots, and I'm going to put his picture up. I'm going to put his picture up. I'm going to put this idiot's picture up. Let me put his picture up. This idiot, y'all probably know him. Y'all probably know him. If you know him, go get him. I'll whip him a new one. This idiot was saying that Africans did not understand the struggle of black Americans, because he was saying Africans didn't understand the struggle of black Americans. Then he was saying, he was asking people, what is your lineage? But he said only black Americans should be in the box. I hope he's here. Is this him? It ain't him. Hold on one second. Hold on before I talk. He said only black Americans should be in the box. But the whole time he's claiming he's an Israelite. He's claiming he's an Israelite. Now the Israelites believe that the 12 tribes of Judah were spread out in North America. So that means Jamaica, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Brazil, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominica, the Caribbeans. How are you an Israelite and you believe that the 12 tribes of Judah have been spread out through the Americans, but then you're saying that you have to be FBA? That don't make no sense, man. Pick a struggle, man. Pick a damn struggle. Y'all confusing me, man. Y'all confusing me. Go ahead, brother. What says you?
Hey, brother, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, man. I'm from Africa, brother. South Africa to be precise, as a country.
Okay.
Yeah, on TikTok I see a lot of movement and a lot of guys from America. I don't know who I should call African Americans or because some people are getting offended by these terms. So yeah, I just see. So I don't know, brother. I don't know. I don't know. The struggle is real. Whoever messed up with our lineages and where we come from and what is happening with the world did a good job because, or did a very was good at doing a bad job because the world as we know is messed up, brother. It's messed up. Even here in Africa, some of the people lost the touch with their ancestry and their lineages. Fortunately, some of us we do know, but not as deep as from the beginning. We just know maybe our forefathers, our ancestors, and where we come from and whatever. But most of the history is wiped out. It's wiped out.
Well, let me ask you this:
So
was you born? Was you around during the apartheid?
no,
Okay. Okay.
no, but we experience apartheid even today. I mean, discrimination won't change.
Right. But there's people still living. Well, they got to be because I was a kid and I knew about South Africa going through the apartheid. So that's like
Yes.
this guy saying that y'all don't understand what black people in America went through when,
Can I say something?
wait a minute, you can say something in a minute.
Okay.
When there's actual people, see, we can talk about segregation. I never experienced segregation. So I could talk about segregation. I didn't live it, but you got actual people in South Africa who lived the apartheid. They actually lived it. I'm 50 years old, so you got 50-year-olds walking around who can remember a time when they wasn't even allowed to go places in South Africa. But he's gonna fix his mouth and say Africans don't understand what Black Americans are going through. And his man has never went through segregation. So how are you gonna fix your mouth to say that when there's actual people living right now, 50 years old and older, that 50 years old, probably 40 years old that went through an apartheid. That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense. Go ahead, sister. What you got to say?
Exactly. Oh,
It's funny to me, with all due respect, how Africans think that they can compare themselves to us. Like it's like they're obsessed with Black Americans, and it really annoys me, you know.
How do they compare themselves to us? I
All
have
the
never.
time. I mean, they try. Like, I don't think that we're anything like them, and I'm not gonna pretend like I am. I don't look at myself as an African. You know what I mean? I look at myself like a Black American woman because that's where I'm from. I'm not from Africa, and these people think that you're gonna worship and bow down to them because of some slavery that we weren't in control of. So
I have never heard that. I met a lot of Africans, and I never seen some that was like you got to bow down to me.
oh yeah,
Y'all
they
taking a
think that they're
few,
something.
y'all
I don't
taking a
know.
few Africans, and then y'all making it like it's the whole country. There's like a million.
And
I
I
mean, the
think
whole
there's about
continent. There's a billion people over
I
there.
don't know why they're so worried about Black Americans. They need to worry about their tribes, their backwoods villages, and those barefoot stick fight wars that they have to fight. Them tribalistic wars. That's all I
Okay,
have
what are
to
we
say.
doing? Wait a minute, hold on, wait
sorry,
a minute, hold
brother.
on. What are we doing
Ah,
over here? What do you think the Crips and the Bloods are?
'cause
What
I'm
do
a
you
Black
think the Vice
American
Lords and
girl.
the
They
what do you
stink and
think
they're
the Vice Lords and the
they
gangster
stink.
disciples are?
All they
That's
do
a
is
fucking
run around.
tribal
They're
war.
dirty. Bye.
That's sister,
Brother,
that's Miss
can I interject quickly? Can I interject quickly? I won't speak on behalf of Africans, but I'll speak on behalf of the place that I know, the place that I come from. I don't care the sister how she identify herself as. Maybe she wants to be African American or whatever, Black American. It's fine. We won't fight. We won't dispute that, and there is no truth on what she's saying. That Africans are claiming that we are maybe an American descendant, or maybe we are your ancestors or what. We are minding our own business here. We are having our problems. We're still having struggles even today. So I don't think there's someone who's going around saying, you guys must worship us. We are your forefathers or what. No, no, no. It's,
Ain't
it's
nobody
delusional.
saying that. You know
Can I
what?
say something, bro?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, what it really be is for real is some Africans. I got African friends. Sometimes, like you said, it ain't the whole country. It ain't everybody. It ain't everybody. But some of
Right.
them blame us for slavery. And that's where they lose us from. They blame us for being over here and being, soft. Like Africans say American black men are soft and they're spoiled. But we ain't actually be over here in the first place. And let's not forget that some of y'all sold us in the first place. So the real history is, the real envy come from being an African American. I feel like it's envy because even they be trying to come over here too and build and work. And you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. But it really comes from they really blame us for being African Americans like it's our fault. And that's where the beef come from. That's where it all gets weird. They are you American, you are soft, you're soft, you guys are so, but we actually be over here. They call us spoiled, call us weak. They talk down on the African Americans like it's our fault, and that's where all this shit comes from. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, it is our fault. Sukiana, Cardi B, all these people that we follow and idolize, that's our fault. Ain't nobody making us do that shit. Ain't nobody making us follow
You
these
know,
rappers.
The industry did.
No,
That is our fault,
the
though. I agree
industry
with that.
only
But like,
no, the industry only presents those people, but we as masses follow them in
yeah, that's our fault.
droves.
But
Ain't nobody making us do that
yeah,
because
being
all
over
of
here
us
ain't
don't
our
do it.
fault.
I was born in I'm African born in America, okay, and I see it. You know, I'm a barber. I cut different type of people hair, different ethnic groups, and I raise these conversations with my clients, and we get real deep. You know what I'm saying? And they let me know we only have a problem with behaviors of some African Americans, just like a lot of African Americans have the problems with certain behaviors of Africans. But all of that is a product of worldwide colonialism. All right. Africa was colonized
Facts.
by the same people that enslaved African Americans. We just happen to be the ones that they transported overseas. But Africa was enslaved, Africans were enslaved on their own land. Right now in South Africa, they're under economic apartheid. Okay, it's not the segregation like it used to be, and it was just less than 30 years ago, right? So there are people 25 and 30, but 30 years old that remember apartheid in South Africa. Mandela was just released in 2002. Okay, apartheid was
That's
still
real.
going on when Mandela got released. That's
That's
what
real.
ended apartheid.
So
So
what's the solution? Like, we got the
the
problem.
same, but the common denominator is colonialism. We were we were had a collective identity prior to colonialism. It's the Europeans that divided up Africa into these different countries that are fighting now. Why? Because Europeans are paying them, paying the leadership, just like in Niger right now. They had a president that was deposed because he was supporting France and helping to develop France more than he was helping to develop Niger. And the people rose up and kicked him out of power. Okay? Those are the same descendants of the Negroes in America right now. So this foundational black American crap is, me personally, I believe this is CIA black desk activity to keep us divided. Because they always come up with these labels and we always
Facts.
gravitate to these labels that other people put on us. Tariq Nasheed started this foundational black American. Oh, we not the same people as the Jamaicans. We not the
But
same people as
but
the
but tell him. But wait a minute, hold on. Let's look at the reason he started it. Because Yvette Cornell, who herself is, first of all, Yvette Cornell is an alternative lifestyle, half white. Her and Tone, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. His name is Antonio something. They started the American Descendants of Slaves. And the American Descendants of Slaves were basically, because they both came out of the Democratic Party, and their whole thing was, we're going to get reparations. And they was against black. Anytime a black person said, let's do for self, they was like, no, we can't do that because we have to look like we're very poor. So they will give us these reparations. And then they had that conference in Louisville, which I told people this shit was going to happen. And Tariq Nasheed had a disagreement with the ADOS in Louisville, and then he started the FBA. So he
yeah.
split that movement and started his own movement because of out of a disagreement. Tariq Nasheed didn't even give a shit about ADOSA or FBA because his wife is a white woman. His wife is basically half white. So you're right. Tariq Nasheed is full of shit.
Yeah, I mean these guys, they're part of this bourgeoisie class of Negroes that go around propping themselves up as leaders, right? And it's
Right.
really just dividing us. That's why in our community we don't have any real leadership, right? We got all these celebrities, comedians, athletes. Malcolm X said it best. What group of people look to the entertainers for liberation?
Right.
You understand? So there's
Right.
no real militant revolutionary black leadership since the 70s. All right? Since the 70s. All of them have been propped up and supported. And I believe secretly they're supported by the government, right? They're supported by not necessarily the government directly, but elements within the government that benefit. You know what I'm saying? The entertainment industry is part of it. The prison industry is part of it. The black people being the number one consumers in the country. All right. You got the corporations are a part of it. All of these people come together to divide us for economic gain for themselves, and we don't get any of that benefit. And for
Yeah.
us to,
I'm gonna cut you off, but you gotta look at what Tariq Nasheed do. Tariq Nasheed put a museum in a gentrified port of LA. Instead of taking that money and helping the residents, raising money to help the people of LA save their houses, pay for their rent, he puts a museum in the middle of a gentrified port of LA. I think it's $1 million to $7 million, and that $1 million to $7 million could have helped black people, and black people still following this man. That was the biggest con artist the con I seen. This man got $1 million to $7 million to open a fucking museum. What do we need with it? What are we gonna do with it?
just go look at some stuff we already know.
Right. How many fucking hidden colors is the man gonna put out?
6 is coming out.
It's ridiculous. And you know what's crazy? Hidden Colors talks about Africa and
Yeah.
other. It's like, what are you
And
talking
if you
about, man?
remember correctly, before he even started this FBA stuff, he was going back and forth to Africa, right? He was going, I've seen him do video from South Africa and stuff. He was going back and forth to Africa. He was wearing dashikis and stuff, like he was going down this Pan African route. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And when he started this FBA, like Foundational Black Americans, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? We may have laid the foundation, but it was by force. We didn't come over here willingly to build this nation.
Mm-mm.
This was all
No.
by force.
I think Tariq Nasheed seen a new hustle because he
That's
seen
what it
how
is.
interested people was in the ADOS, and he seen, oh, I could take this, because once he started the FBA, the ADOS is basically went away. So he said, I could steal these crowds, because people don't know. You got to really study the history of Tariq Nasheed, because Tariq Nasheed he tried to be a rapper, then he was talking about pimping, then he found this black consciousness. So
Yep.
He's a hustler. So you gotta be careful of these con man hustlers. And he's seen, oh, I could get this. This is my niche. But what has the FBA did? What has the FBA did is what we gotta ask ourselves. You just got a bunch of people running around here talking about their FBA, but where's your works?
Divided us. We the only people, man, that look to non-revolutionary people for some type of liberation. Like, we don't have any Che Guevaras. We don't have any. We don't have those type of people that willing to lay their life down to elevate our people. You know what I'm saying? To speak truth to power. We got these clowns. You know what I'm saying? Real live clowns. That's why these type of people in the music industry are so popular. They get popular real fast, because we want to be liberated by entertainers. We want to
Right.
be we want to sell books and get liberation. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
A bunch of puppets that are just gonna say what they allowed to say.
We want to get paid and get liberated at the same time.
Right. That's it.
That never worked for any revolution. Never
Yeah.
worked for anyone.
Even that one group they had, the NFAC, that was a
Oh,
joke.
he locked up now. I think he got like 20 years.
I don't think he's locked up. I think that was his exit out strategy. Because as you know, I mean, when they all went down there was no such thing as the NFAC. They was
Yeah.
all different clubs. And somehow, out of everyone down there, they found him to put the camera on. And then he said, our name is Not Fucking Around Coalition. So it's like, out of everyone down here, how did they find you?
Well, he was traveling following Trump before he did that.
Yeah, and he was running around with the police. He was an agent. That's what I say. That dude was a plant, and his whole job was to bring the black militants from underground to above ground, because they was handing out their names, and because he would make them give out their names and where they live. in this day and age, I mean, if you ain't learned from the past and you still doing stupid shit like that, like, and then you had the computer in your house when they so-called raided your house. You told this elaborate story about how they was kicking in your door with drones and helicopters, and then you wanted to be a preacher at the same time. I was like, damn, this dude an industry plant.
Yeah, we can't realize that, man.
Nah, we
You
can't.
see, can't realize it. It's
We-
actually a sad case because what we really need to be doing is economic, organization. Just like down in like South Africa, they got the good idea. The jury's still out on Julius Malema, but they're trying to get the economic liberation first. You know what I'm saying? As far as a people, not individuals getting rich and using that as to say, look how like we made some progress. But as a people, like we need the land, we need the resources. Until we get the land and the resources, we can't even do anything. The people got us by the neck. You know what I'm saying? Until we own land and resources. So instead of buying these $150,000 cars and we only making 70,000 a year, you know what I'm saying? Instead of doing all we need to be getting land and resources and doing like the other ethnic groups do when they come here. They spend with each other, they help each other, network, just like when that's how the Asians got the hate bill passed. They actually they petitioned the government because we have a petitionary form of government. They petitioned the government to pass the Asian hate bill, and they got enough Asians in their voting blocks to put leverage against those elected officials in their demographic or in their districts. See, that's how you operate in politics. Politics literally means numbers. Politics, the numbers game. So if you get 5,000 people in any given jurisdiction to sign a petition saying that they will not vote for whoever is in the office on the next election, guess what? That person in office will do fellatio on them so he can stay in office. He'll do whatever they say. But we won't sign petitions. We want to protest. We want to riot. You know what I'm saying? We want to do stuff that is not organization, it's disorganization. But until we put pen to paper and stick to the agenda, we won't get anything done. That's how the LGBTQ movement is getting so much progress. They're signing petitions, registering them with the probate court, and then sending it to their elected officials, telling them, hey, if you don't pass this bill, if you don't push this bill, we're not going to vote for you. And guess what? They do whatever they want. That's how this government works.
But you know what's so crazy about the Asian hate crime bill is Barack Obama signed a hate bill into law. He called it the John Bird. Is that his name? John Bird, the one that got his head pulled off.
James Bird.
James Bird. And Matthew Stafford, or whatever that white dude's name in Wyoming, he signed a hate bill into office, and that hate bill covered anybody who was an American. And that's what makes what you saying even more astronomical, because it's like these people got a hate bill for themselves when America already had a hate bill. They already had a hate bill, but they was able to get a hate bill just for them.
Oh, not to mention, they got a hate bill and $50 billion fund to go with it. See,
Right.
that's the reparations game. You got to petition the government, and you got to do it strategically. You got to go to the demographics where your people are the majority, get them to sign petitions, right? They got to be registered to vote, because if you're not registered to vote, politicians don't care nothing about you. You don't have no power over their job, their career, or their pensions, right? So you got to at least be registered to vote. Even if you don't vote, just be registered, because that's what they do with the petitions when you take them and log them at the probate court, which is the county courthouse. They check
Mhm.
those names and say, okay, a certain percentage of these signees on this petition are registered voters, so they actually have the power to get us out of office. Because most elections, local elections, are determined by several hundred or several thousand people. So if you get 5,000 people in a metropolitan area to sign a petition, guess what? You're going to get to the attention of that political person, of that political figure.
I've been saying that about black people. The problem with us is we don't know how to use politics. We give our votes away freely because someone can play the sax, someone can come to the biggest church in the city, and they can give a speech using black accents. When we need to do what you said, and then when they come talk to us, because they know we serious, we got 200 vote, 200,000, we got 2,000 to 100,000 black. How many black people we get registered to vote, and then we give them an agenda? Like now you know we serious. We got all of these black people voting. Here's our agenda. This is what we want you to do for us. People have to understand voting is a transaction. It's you give your vote to those who are going to do for you. You just don't give your vote away free. You wouldn't just give your money away free. You give your money in exchange for something in return. So why do we just give our votes away free? We need to start giving our votes away for something in return.
That's what every other ethnic group does. That's what they do.
Right.
We give our to the very party that does us worse than anybody else. The very party that never did anything positive for us. The very party that put an expiration date on the Civil Rights Bill. When Lyndon Johnson passed the Civil Rights Bill to give us the right to vote, the Voting Rights Act bill, he put a 7-year expiration date on it. They had to re-vote every 7 years, and it hadn't been renewed since Obama was in office.
Right. But then you gotta look at it too. That's why that man felt so comfortable to go on the Breakfast Club and say, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Because they know they don't even court our vote. They already know we got black people out here that's just gonna vote Democrat. They don't care if the Democratic Party gonna give us anything in return. They just know mama voted Democrat, daddy voted Democrat, and I'm gonna listen to all the Democratic candidates and I'm gonna vote for them.
You know something that's so crazy? I'm from Alabama, and when that was passed, we had a governor named George Wallace. You know, the one who stood at the steps of Alabama University and said, "Segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever." He was a Democrat, Dixiecrat, and black Alabamians still vote Democrat because he gave books to black students. He let us get the same books the white students got. Off that one thing he did, these people still vote Democrat 60 years later.
Didn't Lyndon B. Johnson say, I held them Negroes voting Democratic for the next 100 years, or how many years he said it?
200.
Yeah. That's Lyndon B. Johnson telling you, no matter what we do, you're going to vote Democratic for the next 200 years.
Because you throw a dog a bone.
Right. You make it seem like you're giving them something.
Yeah.
And they ain't gave us nothing.
And like I said, they entertain us. Like I said, they play the saxophone. They go on our popular shows with our entertainers. They make their little rounds. They go to a few church services and stand there with the preacher. And you got to shoe in. You know, and I mean, if it's that easy to manipulate people, can you blame those who manipulate us?
No, you can't.
We make it so easy.
Right. They make it so easy. They don't even have to try to campaign to us anymore. They don't.
Yeah,
The new thing is now go to a black soul food restaurant and pull out some hot sauce.
Exactly. And I try to explain these things to my family members and stuff. I can't even have the conversation. They say, "Oh, you sound like one of those Trump supporters." Not even factoring in, brother, I don't support. First of all, I would support Trump before I support Biden, right?
Right.
I would vote Republican before I vote Democrat, because Republicans have a longer, more established history of passing progressive legislation that help black people. Democrats do not have one single record of doing anything that helped black people. Specifically, when Trump came in office, he did the executive order, HR 1242, which gave government funds to doing research and fact-finding missions to help sort out slavery and the possibility of giving reparations to descendants of slaves. Trump, one of the first things he did was pass a executive order. In other words, I'm not finna run this through Congress or the Senate. I'm just going to sign it in the law. But they watching TV, not looking at the legislation was being signed, you know, and that's why news is entertainment. Fox News is labeled as an entertainment organization. You know what I'm saying? Along with the rest of them, they're not real news.
No, the Fox is for the Republicans and CNN is for the Democrats. And neither of them tell the truth about anything. They're
No,
gonna
they're not
tell
going
it
to
from
join
their
these
perspective.
organizations. Yep.
Right. And black people who run around here saying they hate Fox News, they really should start watching the beginning of most of their black films. And you see the Fox symbol on most of the black films. So
Yep.
it's like most of your black films have been produced by Fox.
Yep. That's one of the number one sponsors of Tyler Perry and all these guys.
Right. It's like we don't do our homework.
Oh,
We don't do
we
our
too busy
homework.
being entertained. We looking at the flashing lights and the singing, shucking and jiving. You know, they got, and we fall for it every time, man. Brother, it's only gonna be a small portion of us that really see what's going on, and the rest is gonna fall by the wayside, man. That's what's really going on. Especially now, when BRICS go online, when the new BRICS currency go online in November, you finna start seeing these dominoes fall fast. And we the one group of people that's not in a position to do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Number one consumer, we not saving our money. We definitely not buying currencies. All right. If you follow BRICS, take some of your cash and buy currency, trade it for the currency in one of those BRICS countries. Because when they go online in November, all of the currency is going to skyrocket. Saudi Arabia last week just said they're going to start selling oil to China in Chinese yuan. They're going to start selling it to Russia in Russian rubles. So the petrodollar is officially going to be dead and buried come this November. Right? But we too busy following this LGBTQI train, this Democratic leftist. That's why it's to the left. See, when you play somebody to the left, that means you getting over on them. And that's what they doing to us, playing us to the left.
That's all they always have done. They give us handouts. See, that's the thing, because they give us free stuff. We think they for us. Not really realizing that free stuff comes with a price. Like they give you welfare, but the price of welfare is you can't get up. If you get up, you're not getting welfare no more. So you got
Exactly.
to stay down. If you stay down, we'll help you. But if you're a struggling mother who wants to go to school, or no, we can't help you. You trying to do something for yourself, so you got to stay on wealth. We can't help you go to school. We can't help you
Yep.
get a job. You gotta stay in this position. If you try to get out of that position, there's no more help for you. It all comes with a string, but we keep falling for it all the time.
Yeah, my dad used to tell me, say, son, anything free, it's just like fish bait. It always got a hook in it.
Right.
Anything free always got a hook in it. He said, don't be that fish.
And in the long run, if we were to, I mean, if we go back to the civil rights movement, you had two choices. You had the Nation of Islam, and you had other people saying do for self. You had the civil rights movement talking about let's be integrated. If we would have did for self in the long run, right now, we would not be having this conversation. We
Absolutely
took the
not.
wrong road.
Now, that's one thing I respect about conservative, especially black conservatives, for integration. That was something that was forced on us because
Right.
they said we had I listened to my dad talk to his friends. He say we had our own stores, we had our own clinics, We had our own banks. We actually had our own drugstores, right? When they integrated, it took all the black money out of the black community.
Yeah. And
All
you
right.
know the crazy thing about it, the people who orchestrated the civil rights movement really wasn't Martin Luther King, and people who believe the NAACP is black, they really need to go do their research. Are the people when we went to integrate and said, "No, nah, this ain't for us," and we came back, they owned all our stuff.
Yeah. Actually, they're making a movie about the main architect of the civil rights movement on the black side, Bayard Rustin.
Yeah, who was actually part of that community too. They'll
Yeah.
let you know
See,
that.
that was the real agenda. That's why now they came out with that phrase a few years ago, orange is the new black, right? They was basically talking about, okay, we're finna take this civil rights and make it elemental PQ rights. All right. That was the agenda in Florida. That's why all the Democrats mad at the governor of Florida because he took one subject out of African American studies. He didn't ban African American studies. He said, we're not going to let you teach queer theory along with African American studies. They wanted to
Right,
add queer theory in there. Why? Because they was going to start teaching about Bayard Rustin, James Baldwin, and the LMNOP people who were part. First of all, the movement was totally about equal rights for blacks. We didn't even have to integrate to get equal rights. No other
right,
ethnic groups tried to integrate. You see Arabs all through this country owning all these businesses. You don't know where none of them live. Why? Because they segregate themselves. They live together in their own communities. Same
yep,
with the Asian folks. They own all these restaurants, all these corner stores, but you don't know where they live. Why? Because they go build their own subdivisions and they live around each other. They don't live next door to us.
right,
They all live in their own little communities. Why? Because they have a way of life that they want to maintain.
exactly.
You can't blame a people for trying to maintain what their ancestors have been doing for generations.
I was arguing because I'll show you this guy too. Let me take this picture now. This guy, he was trying to tell
Hey,
me
before you take that picture down, why you got me up here, man? Why you got my picture up here again, man? I thought we was done with this.
about you and that Hebrew Israelite.
What happened with the Hebrew Israelites?
You have problems with this dude too.
I don't. I
We'll
don't
get
know.
back to that. We'll get back to that dude in a minute. But this dude right here, I had to tell him, Marsha P. Johnson is not a hero to black people. So he's like, Marsha P. Johnson is a civil rights hero. I'm like, Marsha P. Johnson didn't do nothing for the black man or the black woman. She did something, or I don't know, whatever we want to call her. We don't got to call her. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call her her. Give me a word, Moses. You smart. Give me a word that I can call her without getting banned. I guess he left. Marsha P. Johnson was a hero to black people. Marsha P. Johnson didn't do nothing for black people. She, whatever it is, did something specifically for the LGBTQ community, mainly the T community. So why are you trying to put this person up there with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X? And that's
Yeah,
what we
man.
got to do. It's like, come on now. You're trying to, like James Baldwin. James Baldwin, I don't know, he had some good books. He read, I mean,
Oh,
go tell him, huh?
he made good, solid points. But you notice he didn't lead with his sexuality. He didn't
Right.
use his sexuality to drive his point about equality and equal opportunity. And that's the problem I have with that movement. They want to bring us all in. We got to accept what they do in their bedroom. You do it in your bedroom. Don't bring it out into the public square and lead with it. Okay? That's actually counterproductive to civility. That's what civil means. You know what I'm saying? It's counterproductive to that. And I think that's gonna be the nail in the coffin for the left, because they're going to get rid of the few moral conservatives that they had that was still voting in the in other words, the people who was left, center left, they done pushed them all the way to the center and pretty much to center right now.
But here's
Especially
what
when it comes
black
to black
people in
men.
that black community. Here's what black people in that community have to understand. You can fight for those people's rights all you want to, but you can't enjoy those rights because you're still black. Until black people have their rights, 100% of their rights, fighting for other groups is not going to help. You black women who want to fight in the feminist movement, or if you a black man or woman or whatever you want to call yourself and you want to be a part of the LGBTQ movement, whatever movement you want to get to,
That's Dr.
you,
Park. That's she's at the
you,
gate.
what? You can't enjoy those rights because you are a black person. So if black
Dr.
people
Park.
don't have their rights, or black people are still fighting for their for their liberation, you're not going to be able to enjoy the liberation of, of the other groups. Those other people will, because you got to think about it. The white man back in the 1960s, the white gay man, he had the same rights as the white straight man.
Yep,
But
always.
the black gay man, he didn't have he didn't have the same rights as the white gay man.
And still don't.
Right.
Like, I guess.
Mookie, 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 Mookie,
Yeah, what's
Mookie.
up, bro?
Man, do you want to talk? Because you got all that background noise.
My bad. Yeah, I'm here, bro. I do want to say a couple things. I was listening, though. I wanted to talk a little bit about LGBT, you know what I'm saying, and get into that. Just to kind of break down a little something. Little confusion, bro. Like, you know, I just feel, this is just my feelings, though. I just feel that, you know, they put everything and they base everything on their sexual preference. Like, and I like sex too, you know, it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But it's not who I am. It doesn't define me as a person. And I think when people do that, it's looking like, you know, it's almost like a weakness. They're looking for something to kind of attach themselves to and not take responsibility for their actions because of who they are as a person. You know what I mean? Like, so I think a lot of that has been pushed on us, you know what I'm saying? And then you made a good point. I've been listening to you about the foster care system. The kids get in that foster care system, they get molested, they get touched, they come out, they think this is a normal thing, you know what I'm saying? So now we have that element of it, you know what I'm saying? And it goes back to that crack epidemic in the 80s where, you know, we had crack babies. All of this is a part of it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But then it's just one more thing I'm gonna say, you know, and I'm gonna let you go. But it was you said something about the Hebrew Israelites, bro. Now just straight up, you know what I'm saying? I've been researching them for about 5 years. I was into Christianity, all that stuff. But when I started researching that, it really changed my perspective on things. Now I'm not saying that it's 100% right, but it does speak to my spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I gravitated to. And so since I've been following, you know, the commandments, the laws, man, I've been getting blessed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like God will separate you from the world, you know what I'm saying? And I really feel that people need to grab a hold of something. Why not to God? You know what I'm saying? And the truth of the Bible. You know what I'm saying? That's just my perspective on it. You know what I'm saying?
But do you know where those commandments came from?
Originally,
Yeah.
from the Torah.
No, the 42 laws of Mahat, Egypt.
Okay.
Go look it up. There's 42 laws in Egypt, and when they ran into Egypt, they took those 42 laws and made the 10 Commandments.
So this is
Yeah.
during the captivity in Egypt when they built the
There ain't no proof of no captivity of Egypt. That's just something they said. The
Well,
Egyptians
actually,
don't even have a record of anyone being in slavery, because you got to think about it. 2 million people were supposed to have exited from Egypt during the Exodus. 2 million people would have brought their economy to a halt. And then when they went to Canaan, you know who was controlling Canaan when these so-called Israelites went to Canaan?
Who
The
was that?
Egyptians. The Egyptians. History says the Egyptians were controlling Canaan when the so-called Israelites went into Canaan. But the Bible tells you that no one was there, that they just went into Canaan.
No, that
So
actually, I have to correct you on that. That's not really what the Bible says. Um, and there is historical evidence and proof
And there is
from
historical
from the
evidence
Egyptians,
and proof
the
from
Apur
the
stele,
Egyptians,
the
the
Mener-Ptah
Apur
stele. You can
stele,
look these things up.
the
And
Mener-Ptah stele. You can look these things up.
there's another
And
Egyptian stele
there's
as
another
well as Assyrian. There's
Egyptian stele as well as Assyrian.
archaeology that proves a lot of what in the
Archaeology
Bible
that
is true.
proves
And
a
just to
lot
be
of what in the
transparent
Bible
with
is
you,
true. And just to
I
be
don't
transparent
lean
with
deep
you,
because I know it's controversial,
I
but
don't
I
lean deep
consider
because I
myself
know it's
an
controversial, but
Israelite
I consider
through
myself
DNA.
an
I
Israelite
got DNA
That's
to
right.
prove it.
DNA.
but
I got DNA
everyone,
to prove it.
That's
everybody,
right.
someone got to mute themselves. Hey, Mookie, mute
Someone
yourself,
got to
man.
mute themselves. Hey,
You're
Mookie,
echoing.
mute yourself, man.
All right, for sure.
You're echoing.
Got you.
Then when you're ready to talk, just take
Hey,
yourself off mute.
When you're ready to talk, just take yourself off
It's
mute.
still
got you. I'm trying to mute it. It won't let me though.
I'll mute you. So every scholar that you name, I could name a scholar too that said it didn't happen. So there's a back. We
I'm
had
not
the time,
naming scholars. I'm naming actual archaeological inscriptions of
and and
hieroglyphics.
and I can name them too. So we're at a time. Everyone you name, I can name. We can name. We can go
I,
back and forth. But here's the
I
thing.
doubt that.
We can. Trust me. We can. Here's the thing.
No,
We can.
go ahead.
Trust me. We can. Here's the thing. Is you now we gotta bring in proof. Do you believe? Okay, the Egyptians are people who kept great records. They have no record of their firstborn kids because in the Bible it tells you that God sent a plague to Egypt and all of their firstborn kids was killed. There's no record of that. There's no record of that. Egypt has no record of being taken over by locusts, frogs, and toads. Egypt has no record of the Red Sea just opening, and at the bottom of the Red Sea is Pharaoh. There's no record of this stuff.
Actually,
But
there
this is in
is.
your Bible. This is in the
No,
Bible. So this doesn't stand up to history. So why are we even talking about, like, if you
I
want it,
mean,
I
brother,
don't want to judge no one's faith, even the Islamic faith I don't believe in. But if you want it, all you gotta do, the universe is bent on karma. What you put out is what you're gonna get in. So once you start doing good, you're going to get good in return. But if you start doing bad,
Good in
you're
return.
eventually gonna get bad in return.
but there are records, brother.
There's no record, sir. You got
Yes.
wrecked. You might this is the point. Every point that you can give me to prove it, I could find something to disprove it.
Actually,
We can go archaeologist for archaeologist, we can go scholar for scholar, and we're gonna find you can find 10 people that says yes, and I'm gonna say 10 people who say nay.
I mean, you're going to find people that disagree on any subject, but when it comes to hard, concrete evidence, when you
Brother,
find it, when
they
you
got
find, okay, one example, the Misha stele, okay, the Moabite stone. You ever heard of that?
at the only black stone I heard of is at in Saudi Arabia.
No, this is and see, that's what I'm saying. That's information out there. You just have to come across it. But I've come across information that you haven't. The Misha stele,
Brother, but
the
what makes
Moabite
your
stone.
information true? No
I'm
one
going to
was
tell you.
here
I'm about to tell you.
2,000 years ago. So I'm gonna tell you what the Quran says. This is why I don't get in these conversations. We argue about stuff we know. Why argue about stuff you don't know?
No, this is
We're
knowledge.
taking
This
the
is knowledge.
word. We're taking the word of people who took the word of other people who took the word of other people. There's no actual proof. These people told us that dinosaurs walked the earth. No one was alive to even see a damn dinosaur, but yet they telling us how they sound. Doesn't that seem foolish? No one knows how a damn dinosaur sounds because there was no recording of a dinosaur, but yet they are telling us this is how these things sounded. How do we know? So why do we as people argue over stuff we don't know about because someone told us? And the same people who told us this stuff are the same people who enslaved us.
But see, I could make the argument of why should we even believe any history then?
You
None
shouldn't
of
believe
us,
in history. You
none of us were
shouldn't.
here. So you shouldn't
Right.
believe
That's
about
my
slavery
point.
either. You
You
shouldn't believe
shouldn't believe
slavery
in
either.
any history. No history. You shouldn't
The
believe
rest,
slavery. We could believe that we don't even, because as things keep coming out, we finding out that slavery wasn't like they told us it was. We're finding there was black slave owners. We're finding there was black free people in the South. There's a lot of things coming out.
There was black free people in the South. There's a lot of things coming out.
History is the
Brother, you
most.
bringing up good points, and I agree with you on certain things.
History is the most.
Go ahead, brother. That's me
Yeah, I
echoing in
agree
the
with you.
phone.
You know what you're saying, but let me
Go
just
ahead,
put
bro. That's me echoing in the phone.
my bad. Let me just put this out there. What about the spirit though? And that's what I was bringing about, bringing up about the Hebrew Israelites. Like when I got into it, the spirit discerned me. It showed me the way. I mean, I can care less what a man says. I can care less what a book says. If the spirit is touching my spirit and it's making me activate, that's a frequency. And that's what the truth is, bro. Like that's what I be trying to tell people. You know, you got to look into yourself to determine the truth. I don't agree or listen to anyone's perspective. Even if I researched it, that's from a book. But the spirit, bro, it feels right. It tells you, you know what I mean? I can't explain any more than that, but that's
I
what
know
it
what you're
is.
saying, brother, but that's
Yeah,
not
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
I know what you're saying, brother, but
that's not Israelite. It doesn't have a name. That's my point. So why would I fight you? Like if you say my spirit is touched, you can't give that a name. You can't say it's Israelite. You can't say it's Christianity. You can't say it's Islam. You can't say it's Buddhism. You just got, it's just your spirit, your soul has been
it's just your
touched.
spirit, your soul has been touched.
You
Right,
can't
but
you can't put
I
a name
you
on
know,
it.
subscribe to
You
different.
can't put a name on it.
Right, I understand what you're saying, but I subscribe to different. You know, I've checked out different religious. You know, I've been a Christian since I was a kid, Sunday school, whatever. You know, then I checked out Islam. You know, none of that stuff it touched me, bro. But when I started researching it from the perspective of a Hebrew Israelite, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing that doesn't make sense from it.
Bro,
And it's the
it's like
righteous
this,
way to go. If we want to fix all the problems in our community, we have to follow the laws, man.
brother, it's
If
like
we just
this.
do half of the laws.
Brother, it's like this. Sometimes we're not ready when we go searching for something, we're not ready to receive it. So we think like as Muslims who can come up here and say, I tried Christianity, I tried Hebrew Israelite, but Islam, but it's not Islam, it's not Christianity, it's not Judaism. Your spirit was ready to receive. If your spirit is not ready to receive when it's given, you're not going to receive it. So it's more about what position are you in now compared to what position you was in earlier. You seem like you in a position now that you thirst for knowledge, you thirst for change.
Thirst
So
for
now the
you
spirit,
thirst for change. So
this
now
you are more receptive to what the
you are more
universe is offering
receptive
you.
to what the universe is offering you.
And I could agree with that.
I
But
really
the
think
problem with us is we put a name on it. But we got to look at, if there is a God, this God doesn't have a religion. This
and
God
see
don't. Uh,
that's the part everybody missing. Okay, I think it's basically depending on who your lineage is, who your ancestors were, that's what's going to resonate with you. As for me, I resonated just like the brother saying with Israelism, which isn't a religion, it's actually a ethnic heritage, right? It's a heritage. I resonated with that. Then I got the information to prove it. I did my DNA, I did all that. And the tribe that I traced to in Africa on my paternal side, it has strong, it goes back to the area called Israel,
right.
right?
There's no
So
African.
I have,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah. Now, all Africans are Israelites. There's only certain tribes. Like you say, there's over 1 billion people in Africa, and there are different ethnic groups in Africa. You got the Nilots, or the Nilotic people. You got the Bantus. You got a lot of what they call the Arabs in Africa. All of them aren't the same people, but they may be in the same location. Why? Because we got scattered through all of these different nations, conquering and colonizing each other. But it's through your lineage. It's a line, paternal line that is unbroken from
Okay,
father to son to father to son.
let me ask you
And
this. Let me ask you this. How the hell did the Israelites get into the western part of Africa? Because most of the slaves, not the slaves in America, the slaves in America, what people don't understand, and that brother who just popped his head in and left, he said out of his mouth, promoting that Israel's like stuff, but the slaves that was already in America are not Israelites. So us that was here already, because if we start to listen and really think about the slave story, how did they bring millions of slaves from Africa on this wooden boat across this harsh ocean? When we see, if you was ever in the Navy, you seen those waves jump over the boat. And this is a metal boat. So how was this wooden boat surviving? So there was already black people here, and we have proof of that. Now, the slaves who are in the Caribbeans, who are in Puerto Rico and Dominica and that part of America, Jamaica and Haiti, they came from the western part of Africa. So how did the Israelites get from all the way from Israel, where nobody came, no slave master, no, if you was enslaved in Israel, it was most likely you was part of the Arabic slave trade. That's why the northern half of Africa is now occupied by Arabs, and they claim Islam. So how did the Israelites get to the western port? And then how the hell did they get to America?
okay, I can show
They
that's
have something
actually
called
laid
the
out.
northern and the
Yeah, first of all,
yeah.
Israel is in North Africa. It's on the North African plate. And you can, before the Suez Canal was built in the 1800s, you could walk from
Then you
Israel.
would have been already here, because the
Listen to what I'm saying,
Israelites
bro.
don't claim to be already here. Because as I
No,
said before,
you,
listen to what I said before. The Israelites will tell you they are not the blacks that was already here in America. So
that's some
those of us
Israelites.
who did not come over on the slave ships that was already in America, the Hebrew Israelites do not claim us in their Israelite
That's not true.
geographic.
That's not true
Go
for all
talk to
of them.
one. Let's go. We can
Yeah,
pull
that's
one
not
up.
true,
You
brother.
talking to
Yeah,
one
We
there's
can
a
now.
pull one
southern
up.
and northern kingdom.
I'm
We can
one.
pull one up. We can
I'm
pull
one.
one up. Which set do you belong to?
I don't belong to any sect. I'm from the South. We didn't have all them camps and sects. We learned this in
Oh,
church coming up
oh,
from the Bible.
wait a minute. Okay, you're from the South part of America.
Yeah,
So,
I'm from Alabama.
okay. So how you how are you an Israelite? You did not come over here. The bottom line is the Bible doesn't stand up to history. I don't care
Actually, it
what.
does.
It does not. It does
Yes,
not.
it
There was
does.
no flood. The Bible says we was here 6,000 years ago. We was here 6 million. The earth is 60 million years old.
First of all, the Bible
The
doesn't
earth
say we
wasn't
was,
created in no damn 7 days. The man,
brother.
why? Okay, if man came, if Eve came from man Adam, why don't women still come from men's ribs? Come on,
First
that
and
makes no
foremost,
sense. Where was if Adam? God said He created Adam and Eve. These were the first two people He created. Adam and Eve was in the Garden of Eve. They had a baby. They get kicked out of the garden. Somehow Cain and Abel go find some more people and find a wife. Where did these people come from? Did the Bible doesn't
Abel,
stand up?
see
The
you,
Bible is a bunch of confusion.
dude, see
And let me ask
you,
you this. Let
you,
me ask you this.
Abel was dead. Abel got killed. He didn't find a wife. See,
Okay,
that's
how
what I'm
Cain
saying,
find a
brother.
wife? How Cain find a wife? Let
But
me ask you
listen,
this.
brother, this why
No,
we have to study things objectively, right? And
that's
we have to get all of the information associated
Right.
with
but
what
just
we're
to answer the
studying.
question, I don't want to hear all that. Just answer the question. Where did Cain's wife come from? Where did Cain's wife come from?
It's simple, brother. It was already people here. They were
How
the
the hell was
chosen
there
people
people
of
here
God.
when the Bible tells you
Adam
the
and
first two
Eve.
people God created was Adam and Eve?
There were
The
already
Bible don't
people
say the first
here.
two people was
Yes,
Adam
it
and Eve.
does. It says the
No, it
first
There
don't.
two
were
people
already
created.
people here,
It
brother.
Oh
doesn't.
my God. Wait a minute,
Brother,
hold
we
on.
study
Hold
this
on, hold
every
on. Let's
day.
get the Bible. Let's get the Bible.
Get the
It says,
Bible.
let us commit, let us make man. So that means there was no other people on the earth unless they
No,
wasn't considered to
you're
be man.
conflating. See, you're trying to understand it from the English. That was written in Hebrew. Okay?
Bro,
It said, let us make ish in our image. Let us, it was a certain man that was made in this image.
oh my
You have to
God.
realize
Oh,
when
okay, bro.
Cain,
Y'all right. Y'all right.
listen,
You're right. I give
when
up. I give
Cain
up. I give
killed
up. I give
Abel,
up. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm not going to argue with
no,
you.
no, it ain't
I
about that,
know
brother.
the Bible, Hebrew wasn't even around when the Bible was created, for one. When the original
Yes, it
Bible
was.
was created, it was not written in Hebrew.
Yes, it
That
was.
language came after the original
So
Bible.
what
No, it
language
wasn't. It
did
was
they
written
speak,
in
brother?
Hebrew.
No, it didn't. It was the Hebrew. Let's study the
Hebrew is
first.
the
Okay,
oldest
let
language
me go
on the
get my
planet.
phone. Let's go get. Let's do this. We're gonna do this.
You're
Let's do it.
talking about Yiddish. We talking about Hebrew.
Hebrew was not
Paleo,
around. Hebrew was
Paleo
another
Hebrew
language.
was
Hebrew was
around.
not around.
Yes, it was.
Hebrew was not around. The
Paleo Hebrew.
Bible was not created out of Hebrew.
Yes, it was.
First of all, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, first of all, as Israelites, do you believe in Jesus?
No, I don't believe in.
How the hell you can believe in one part of the Bible and not the second part? That
Listen,
makes no
brother.
sense.
First of
That
all,
makes no
Jesus
damn
is a
sense.
new term. I believe in Yahushua HaMashiach.
Oh my God, y'all believe in anything the white man tell y'all.
White man wasn't even
The
around
white
when this
man
stuff
didn't
was
tell
No,
you.
written.
Didn't
not
no
the white man,
Negro in
brother.
America know anything about no Israelites until some Negro came up with it.
That's a lie.
Y'all not no damn Israelites. Ain't no such thing as Israelites. There's no record of y'all in Egypt. No, there's no
Yes, it is.
record.
I told you, Apur Stele, the Menarpatah Stele. These are
Who?
Egyptian records.
Who?
The
Who?
Apur Stele, IPUWR Stele, the
And who is he?
Menarpatah.
Who is
That's
he?
not a person. These
What
are
is it?
archaeological finds, records from Egypt that state that the
Brother, what is they
Israelites were in the
found?
land.
How do you, okay, brother, this is my point. How can you authenticate them? How can you authenticate them? You're
How can
just
you?
going off of someone who said, hey, I found this document and it says that there was Israelites. It doesn't, how can you authenticate it? Will you put your firstborn child's life on that document?
Brother, the information is in
Brother, answer the question. Would you put your firstborn child's life on that document?
on the information that's on it. Yeah, I would.
Yes. I feel sorry for you, brother. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, I would.
I wouldn't put my firstborn child's
So
life on
can I
nothing.
just ask you, what about the information that you have? Is
What
that not the
information do I
same
have?
source of
He
What
don't
do I
believe
have?
no information.
the
He don't
What
believe
information
nothing.
that
information
you're
do I have?
spreading?
Huh?
That you're saying, the information
All he
that you're
has is
saying is
doubt. He don't
contradictory.
have
I'm
no
not
information.
believing it. I don't know. Okay. You have what we have is belief and knowing. We all have a belief. I don't know. It could be false. I don't know shit. But I believe that it's true, but it could be false. I don't
Well,
know. I don't know.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but brother, the spirit discerns. The spirit
What
tells you if you just
spirit?
listen
What
to your
spirit, brother? How
frequency,
many people
it'll
can get
tell
up
you
here from different religions,
bro, we are
different parts of the
avatars,
world and talk
bro.
about a damn spirit?
I'm
Anybody
not
can do
talking
it.
about
I don't know what the
religion. I'm
hell the
talking
spirit's
about your
telling you.
essence, bro.
Answers my ass.
Then I feel
Muslims.
sorry for you if you don't know
I
your
don't know what
spirit.
the hell the spirit is telling you. I don't know this. I don't know if
So
that's
you don't
true.
have conversations with yourself, brother? Brother, you don't have
What the hell?
conversations
That
with
doesn't
your
mean
inner
I'm
self, brother.
Jews have conversations with themselves. Muslims have conversations with
No,
themselves.
just
Atheists have conversations
what
with
I'm asking
themselves.
you is that do you?
What the hell that mean?
No, they don't, because they don't believe in the spirit. They don't
What?
believe in the spirit,
Well,
brother. You know what I'm
just
saying?
because
An
you talk
atheist, I'm
crazy,
talking about.
people
An
talk to
atheist does
themselves
not
all the
believe in the
time.
spirit, bro.
I'm an atheist. I talk
I
to
don't know who they
myself all
talking
the
to.
time.
There's
I'm an atheist.
Oh, so that okay. So now that makes sense. You're an atheist. Okay, now I get it. Okay, cool.
Okay, let me
So
ask
let's
you
So
not
this.
talk
Let
about
me
the
wait. Hold
Bible
on. Let
because
me
that's
ask you
not
both of
something
this.
that you
Let me ask
preach.
you both of this. So, why hasn't your God just come down here and he could solve the whole problem?
I can
Solve the
answer.
whole problem. The whole
I can
problem will
answer
be
that real
over.
quick. It's the same. It's just. I understand. It's the same thing that I've been telling you since I got on the line, brother. We gotta get to the commandments. It's not time for him to come. The people are not ready. We have to set the standard and follow the commandments of
So
God.
he's never
Once,
going to come, basically. Just say
go
he's
ahead.
never coming. He's never coming.
Oh, he's bro, brother. People are opening up every
Ain't
day.
nobody opening up. People turning
I know
away from
you've
religion.
been
Ain't
doing this,
nobody
and I've
believing
been
that
listening
shit
to
no
you. You
more.
said no. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about nationality. See, that's the difference. I'm not
What?
talking about the white man's religion that he say what to do. We talking about the spirit, bro. The spirit
Ain't
is
they no
telling you
one
what to
believing
do.
that
If you just
shit?
listen to the spirit, it's the truth,
Spirit of what?
brother. That's see, because you're an atheist, you don't have no understanding of that, brother. And it's
What
not
the hell
against you.
you,
It's
brother?
just
You
that's
the
what you
one
believe
sounding
in.
crazy.
Some of us are not
What
gonna make
spirit
it.
are you talking about?
Some of us are. I'm talking about the spirit that's within me that I have conversations with, brother, that tells me how to move and what to do. You know what I'm saying? It's our answer. It's a whole
That's your
combination of different things.
intuition,
It's not
sir.
just
That's
one
your
little thing.
intuition. That's your intuition.
No, it's not.
That's not your
Intuition is
ancestors.
no. Brother. I'm not
Brother,
gonna
how
tell you
can I
my
have
story, like,
discerned?
you know, where I
Brother,
come
brother,
from, all
brother,
that.
wait a minute, brother. How can you, how old are you?
I'm 50.
Brother, you 50 and I'm 50. When did you turn to Israel? When did you decide you wanted to do the commandments?
Brother, I'm gonna give you a quick synopsis, bro. I've been in the streets all my life, been in jail, 10, 15 years,
Yeah, that
dope,
proves it.
sell dope, drugs, pimping.
Yeah, here you go.
Look, listen. So then I've been, trying to get my mind right? 5
Yeah.
years ago, a brother introduced me to something. I started researching myself.
Uh-huh.
I'm not involved with any camps or anything like that. I started to research,
Mm-hmm.
started to get into the truth, brother. Knowledge is power. Once that shit opened me up,
Mm-hmm.
if you meet God 2 steps, he'll meet you 10, brother. But you
Brother,
got to take the steps.
I was in the
You know what
Nation
I'm
of
saying?
Islam. I was in the Nation of Islam. You
The
sound
Nation of
just like
Islam
a
is a
new.
false
You
religion. I'm
sound like
sorry,
a
brother.
just
No,
brother.
they're
Brother,
false.
what you're saying, I seen it before. You sound like a new convert. A new convert. Because every time there would be a new convert, they would
I've
start
been
some
doing
stuff
this for
like
5
you
years,
would,
brother, without any camp.
huh? Brother.
I mean, I
Anytime,
hear what you're saying, brother,
brother.
but
Let me ask you this.
I can
Why?
only
Wait,
tell you
hold on.
my journey,
Wait
brother.
a
That's
minute.
all I can
Why? If
tell you.
you need a book, if you need a religion, are you to make you do good? You just an asshole.
It's not a religion.
I mean, if you need a book
It's not a
to make you
religion,
do
brother.
good,
It's a
you an
nationality.
asshole.
It's who you are.
If okay, if all of this, but wait a minute, you said you was in the
Not
streets. You
necessarily. You need
wait
the
a minute, hold on,
guidance,
listen to what I'm
bro.
saying, brother. You said you was in the
Big
streets, you was
time.
dealing drugs, you was in and out of jail, blah blah blah,
Big time.
and
Big
then
time.
someone came to
Right.
you with this book and it opened your eyes. Okay, so if you're saying that
Exactly.
for 50 years, I ain't never sold no drugs, I ain't never did nothing bad. I never needed
40
someone to
years.
come to me with a book and say, hey, this is how you live your life. I never needed that. Why
Okay, let
for
me
50
break that
years I
down.
never
Let me
needed that?
break it down, because see, well, that's your journey, but let me break down my journey. See, when you've been in the system and you've been brainwashed and taught by the devil
Oh,
what
here
to
we go
do
with
and how
this
to
bullshit.
act, and then you don't know what's right and wrong. Listen, you don't know, bro. I'm just telling you. How would you know? How does a child know not to touch fire? And he's gonna
Brother,
touch it
how do you
until he
know not to
learns
kill
not
a
to touch
person?
it. Same
Brother,
thing,
stop it, brother. How do you know not to kill a person?
bro.
Everyone knows.
It's
Everyone knows
self-trained,
not to
bro.
kill a person, but some people
Bro,
just
it's
don't care.
deeper
They
than
kill
that.
people. Some people kill
It's a
people. It's
psychological
common,
training. No,
brother.
it's a
Right
psycho.
and wrong is
Let me,
inside of us. Some
bro.
of us
It's a
choose to
psych.
do wrong.
I understand that, but it's a psychological training, brother. They have us
It's
set up
not a
to hate the color
psychological
red.
trait.
They have us set up to hate the color
No,
blue.
brother.
I'm
You have
telling
on,
you. I'm telling you
brother.
what it is. Even to this
No,
day,
it's
when I
not.
see,
That's an excuse you
brother, when I
Negroes
see other
use.
colors, I still
That's an
have to
excuse
fight
you
that.
Negroes use.
It's
It's
not an
not.
excuse, brother.
It is
We've
an
been
excuse.
trained.
No, we
We have been
haven't. Why
trained. We
haven't I
have to
killed
break the
someone? Why didn't I
brainwashing,
kill someone?
brother.
Why didn't I sell some dope? Why didn't I do that?
Because you come from a different place, brother. You're not
What
coming
what
from where
place
I'm
did I
from.
come from?
Everybody
What
has
place
their
did I
own
come
little
from?
area that they deal with.
What place did I
You ain't
come
got
from,
gangs
sir?
where you from, bro. It's the same
Yes,
stuff.
yes, yes,
I don't
yes.
know. I'm from LA.
Brother.
My
Okay, so
story is different
why
than,
didn't everyone in LA sell dope and kill people?
because they probably had a better family structure. I wouldn't know. All I know is that
Oh,
this
wait,
is
hold
my
on. Say it
journey and
again,
this is
say it
what
again,
I
say it again.
know.
Wait a minute.
I
So
can't
it's
speak
not
for
the
them.
Bible, it's not the Bible, it's the
No, it is the
family
Bible.
structure.
It is the
Wait a
Bible.
minute. So you just said if you would have had a
If you don't have
better
a mother
family
and father
structure.
in the home and you grew up in a foster care system, brother, you're going to get caught up in bullshit.
Oh,
That's the
so
real
again, you're
relation
putting
of
it on the
if you have a
family.
strong family
You're
structure,
putting it
a
on the
mother,
family, the
it is on the
families.
family, bro.
Exactly.
They
So if
want
you would have had a
you.
strong
Look, you 50
family,
years old, bro.
you you wouldn't have had to find you wouldn't have had to find Israelites when you turn 50 if you would have had a mother and a father in your house. You would have
You
understood.
would have
But
found
then
journey.
I
again,
mean,
you're
that's a
making
part of the
excuses.
journey, brother.
You
You're
would have
making
found journey.
It's not
excuses.
excuses. It's my
Okay,
process.
what
It's
kind
the
of okay, let's
learning.
go back then. Okay, you say it's part of the journey. What kind of asshole God are you supporting then? An asshole God that will make you go through all of
Honestly,
this crap, and then when you turn 50 years old after you spend half your life in jail, now he wants to bring you to him. I don't want to be around no God like that.
that's why you an atheist.
And you're damn right. Because what type of God
Right. So
lets
therefore,
kids get
continue.
killed?
Right. So therefore, continue your journey. Wait, continue your journey because you're asking for solutions on the black problem, right? You're never gonna find that
Brother, that
without
is not
God,
the solution. You
without the
said the
commandments,
solution.
without the
You
laws.
said the solution. The
You
solution was
gotta follow
strong
the. You gotta
families.
follow the laws,
The solution was
brother.
strong
That's not. That's just
families.
one part of it. That's just one.
Brother, that's
That's
the
one
only
part
part
of
of
it,
it. Brother,
and
brother,
that's the
brother,
commandments.
brother. Wait a minute, brother.
No, no,
You
no,
wait,
no,
hold
no.
on.
That's not the only part.
I had a father. So I had a strong father who taught me right from wrong. So I didn't need to go out and find no preacher, no Bible, no religion. My father taught me right from wrong. So strong fathers, strong mothers will teach you right from wrong so you will be able to navigate in this world and you won't have to go through the prison system. You won't have to join cults. You won't have to read some book to tell you how to be a decent human being. Correct?
I mean, that's part of it, brother.
That's
That's
all of
one
it.
aspect of it. A child needs to
That's
learn.
all of it.
A child needs to learn from a good structured system, brother. But once he's
Okay.
already grown, he still has to have development. When he's a teenager, he still needs development. A young man, he needs development. 30-year-old person needs development. He's still growing. That's all
Who
I'm
the
saying.
hell
You
at
can't
30
say,
years
"Oh, you
old
this
needs
and this and that."
development?
It didn't.
Wait a minute, hold on, brother. Let's go back. Who the
Wait,
hell at 30 years old needs
it's a
development? You
lot
at
of
30
us,
years old, you need your ass kicked if you
bro.
out
It's
there
a
doing
whole.
stupid shit.
Oh, you.
I
It's a
say
whole lot
30
of them. Look
years
at P
old.
Diddy.
Wait a
Look
minute,
at all
brother.
of
Wait
these
a minute, brother.
artists.
At 30 years
Look at
old,
all of these
30
artists,
years
bro.
old, 30 years old,
Yeah, yeah.
30 years old.
A lot
You
of
need
them.
your ass
You see
kicked.
them every day. I see them every
You
day.
need your ass kicked at
They
30 years old.
absolutely do, but ass kicking is not what they need. They need the laws, bro.
Oh,
They
they
need to come
need
back
that.
to the God,
Because at
bro.
30 years old, you can't blame, at 30 years old, you can't blame your father. You can't blame, you could come from the best home in the world. At 30 years old, you are a grown ass man. There's no one to blame
I
but
agree with you,
yourself.
but they still don't know.
They
Right, but
do
they
know, they
still
just
don't know.
don't
So then we
want
just let them be,
it. Brother, at
but
30
you can
years
still
old,
change, brother.
at 30 years old, they don't want to change. They need to get spanked. That's why they
But you
have to
can't
go to
speak for
prison
them. You
and
can
spend
only
10
show
years in
them.
prison. Then they come out ready to change. Because at 30 years old, there's no more excuses. You can't blame mama. You can't blame daddy. You a
No,
grown ass
I
man.
agree with you with that, but what I'm saying is that you still have time to change your life, brother.
You probably do, but you got to make up your mind. You want to change your life. You're 30 years old. Ain't nobody
I
to
agree with
blame.
that, but you know what I'm saying? If you're I agree with that, but you still need some direction, and that's what God comes in.
You,
That's what the
you need to
Bible comes
find
in.
some direction.
If they,
You need to find some direction.
that's what that is. That is finding direction. That
You
is
need to
finding
find you
direction.
some direction. At 30 years old, you know right from wrong. There's no excuse for you not to know right from wrong. You know you are making a choice. At 13 years old, you are making a choice. In Islam, they say that at 13 years old, you are now responsible for your soul. So anything between
What
13
about
to
12?
death is on you.
What about 12?
That is on your
What
parents.
about 12?
That is on your parents. Your
What about
parents are
12 years
responsible
old?
for
What about 10?
that is on your
So you
parents.
just go
You
back.
are a
So you
kid.
But hold up. You just said that you don't agree with the book and religion. Now you following the book and religion. You going by what they telling you on the age
No, no,
range.
no, no, no. I'm saying even in Islam, at 13 years old, you are responsible for your soul. And at 13 years old, I believe, and not even following Islam. At 13 years old, you know right from wrong. Because at 13 years old, the law even says there are
I
certain
mean, I
things
knew
that you
right
can
from
do.
wrong, but that was
You say it again. You said you did. You know what?
nah. Hold on, because I'm going through this tunnel.
Okay.
My bad, brother. I was going through this tunnel.
Okay.
But yeah, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You talk about Islam, but then you say you atheist, brother.
Brother, you an atheist too. You
Nah,
let
not at all.
let me explain to you how. You believe in your one God. There's over 5,000 gods in the world that people believe in. You don't believe in their
Not
5,000.
concerned about what they believe in.
Okay, but here's the
Nah, I don't
point.
believe in
Wait,
that
wait,
because
wait.
my
Listen to
God
the
talks
point.
to me and
Listen
my
to the
God is
point.
true.
Listen to the point. You say your God is true, but other people say their God is true. So when the Hindu talks about their God, you tell the Hindu, I don't believe in your God. That makes you an atheist.
Nah, that makes me a non-believer in their religion. That's
What
what
is
it
an
makes me.
atheist? A non-believer
Of their religion. I
of
believe in a higher power.
no. Just because, see, that's what people don't understand. You believe in your God. You don't believe in the God of the Muslims. You don't believe in the God of the Jews. You don't believe in the God of the Buddhists. You don't believe in the God of the Hindus. So you are, by definition, an atheist.
Nah, brother. Nah, I disagree.
It's true, brother. It's true. There's over 5,000 gods that people worship in this world. You only believe in your one. So you are an atheist to all the other people of the world.
I disagree, brother.
Brother, the Muslims will consider you an atheist because you don't believe in their God. The Jews consider you an atheist because you don't believe in their God. The Christians consider you an atheist because you don't believe in their God. Only people who say you are a believer are the Hebrew Israelites. See what I'm saying?
I think we should get off religion. Yeah, I think we should get off religion and talk about how can we save our people.
No, we have to stay on religion because religion is where our people are lost at. If it wasn't for religion, most of the stuff we doing right now, we wouldn't be doing. We can't even come in one room together as black people because the religion of the black people
Going through this
in that
tunnel.
room would divide us. Because if me and you was in a room, what would you would be saying what you're saying right now. You would be like, we got to claim our nationality. We're Israelites. And I would be like, brother, I don't care what you do. I'm not here for that. I'm here to talk about building a school. I don't care what God y'all
I was
want
in
to
a
what.
room. The first thing I would try to do is try to get to the problem of the people, bro.
And the problem
It's,
to you is religion that we don't believe
but what
in,
are you going to teach in the school if you're atheist? How are you going to teach the kids?
brother. The white man's an atheist,
You can't teach the kids if you don't have a direction,
brother.
bro.
What is your religion going to teach the kids? Is your religion going to teach the kids how to spend their money? Is your religion
Absolutely,
you're
because he
going to teach
worships
the
the
kids
devil.
how to build? Are you really going to teach the kids how to eat? There are certain things. See, those are the things we have to learn. It's not about, you can believe in whatever God you want to believe in, but when we come in this room, we're black. And we're not talking about God, and we're not talking about religion. We're talking about the essentials that cross all religion and cross all, no matter where you're from. We're talking about land, growing food. We're talking about building schools to educate our people so they can survive in this world. We're talking about shelter. We're talking about businesses.
Well,
We're talking about banks. We're talking
we
about
had that.
insurance.
We had
We're
that.
not talking about
Yeah.
what God you worship. I don't care what
Right. We
God you
had that,
worship.
and
Worship the God you want to.
right. Okay, well then that's your personal opinion, and I'm not really concerned about you wanting to be a part of my religion or my nationality. That's your decision. But what we are going to talk about is the actual community, and we had all of those things that you're talking about before integration.
Okay, now we agree.
Did we not?
We'll agree right there.
Okay, so we had all of those things, and then we gave that all up so we can become a part of their household and their little, thing. But see, if you look at every other nation, like Chinatown, Koreatown, they have their own, bro. They keep it separate. They spend their money with their own people, and they take that dollar and recycle it. But what do? We go buy hair, lashes, nails, rims, all this stuff, man. All of that stuff is nothing, bro. It
Bro, now
depreciates. You know what I'm saying?
you
I'm
talking
talking
now.
about millions of dollars are being spent, bro.
Right. Now you're
I'm talking
talking.
about millions of dollars are being spent on these things,
Right, you're talking.
But that's the same conversation I'm having within the framework of our nationality, bro. See, we
See,
can't
now
do
we're not
anything
talking
without
again.
unity.
Now we're not talking.
You,
You was talking and I was with
I
you.
hear you, brother. I hear you.
But then when you brought that up, I'm like, nah, I'm
I
not
hear
with
you,
you no
brother.
more. I'm not saying, look, if y'all want to be Israelites, y'all want to be Mormons, y'all want to be Muslims, y'all want to be whatever you want to be. That's cool. I ain't tripping. But when we come in the room, let's talk about what you were just talking about. Let everybody go to what they believe. If you believe in Islam, you believe in Israelites, you
Okay.
believe in Judaism, that's your right. Go do that. But when we come in the room, let's talk about
So
how we spending our money. Why are we doing this? That's what we need to do.
so what
But
would be the first
go
step for
believe
us
in the
to get
religion of
this
your
thing going?
choice. I mean, and let me, if I don't want to believe in a religion, let me not believe in a religion. But that doesn't mean that I can't get down with y'all and help build a community.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with that.
That's all I'm
So
saying.
what is the
Like,
first step that we need to do to get this thing right?
get in a room and talk, talk it out, and leave all divisiveness outside. Not just religion, brother, but we gotta leave out what cities we from, leave out what colleges we went
Right.
to, leave out socioeconomic
Yep,
status,
yep.
leave out gang, whatever gang we
Okay.
belong to, sorority, fraternity. The only leave out if you
Right.
LGBTQ. Only bring when we go in that room and talk it out. All we are is black. That's it. That's the commonality, black.
Okay. 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 I can get down with that.
And then if you want to leave the room, once we leave the room and you want to go worship at your place of worship and someone else want to go worship at theirs, someone want to be LGBTQ or whatever, you allowed to go do that. Ain't no tripping. But we got to talk about like
Okay.
building business. How can we
I mean,
build a
that's a good
community? Like
starting
what you
point.
talking about? How can we get young men to realize before they get 50 years old, 30 years old, we need to give these young men direction. We need to talk about the foster care system. How can we enter the foster care system
Absolutely.
and take it over and give our young men and women a better life?
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah, so we can all come from different walks of life, but we just got to realize the only thing we in this room about is being black. Because it don't matter if you're a black Muslim, black Israelite, black Jew, black AKA, black Alpha, black Crip, black Blood, whatever you are, black. That's why you being oppressed. I mean, so let's stay up and let's stay follow each other. In the end, we came to an agreement, and that's what it's all about. This is what we got to realize, brother. You might say 4 plus 3 is 7. I might say 5 plus 2 is 7. Someone else might say 6 plus 1 is 7, but the bottom line is we all get to 7.
Right. No, I agree with that, brother. I mean, definitely. We always going to have disagreements, but us working it out is how we solve the problems. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes heated discussions, bring forth bomb solutions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you.
And I apologize too, because I got to get to the point where I have to tell, instead of challenging people on their beliefs, just say, hey, I don't want to talk about that. Because whoever you believe in and whoever got
Right.
you doing
And I
right,
respect that.
this is what I believe, whoever you got you doing right and whoever you believe in, keep if that's what got you doing right, keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Right. Right.
And
Absolutely.
who am I to tell you you're
Absolutely.
wrong? Who am I to tell you what you believe in is right or wrong? But that's something that I got to learn and mature in doing. Like, my beliefs ain't everybody's beliefs. So I
Right.
apologize to you.
Man, and as a man, I accept your apology, and I definitely understand where you're coming from. And, we good, what I'm saying? Because this is a battle that I'll be having with a lot of different people. And a lot of people don't, as you as a man stepped up and apologized, they don't do that. They just stand on their two, and, and it's cool, what I'm saying? But see, now I can, fuck with you going forward because I know you understand where I'm coming from, and I understand where you coming from. You know what I'm saying? So that's growth. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let's stay in touch and kick it back and forth sometimes.
Absolutely. I'm fucking with you. Like, I've been following your page and, I listen sometimes, I don't chime in, but man, everything that you're saying is pretty much on point. We just, we going to get there. We going to get there. We just going to keep the fight going, brother.
Right. All right, brother. You have a good one. I'm about to go
Okay,
try to
you too.
lose some of this weight.
All right, take it easy, brother.
You too.
All right.